Hey everybody, this is Anik here. Welcome to DropX Workshop number 2. Listen, hang tight exactly where you are. We're about to get started in just a couple of minutes, all right? So if you're here, make sure you stay. Make sure you save your seat. Don't go anywhere because we're going to have a packed house today. And listen, there's a box right below this. I want you to go ahead and fill in your name. I want you to fill in your email address. Once you put it in there, it'll stay there for a long time. And tell me where you're calling from if you can hear my voice right now. Just tell me where you're calling in from. Again, remember, we're going to be starting up for real in about 10 minutes, but I'll be here kind of joining you guys, and we'll be having a good time. We'll be talking. We'll be getting to know each other. We'll spend the next 10 minutes while we wait for our guests to join. We've got a powerful session today. So no matter what happens, do not leave. Do not leave this room because it's going to be packed. It's already filling up. It's already packing up pretty quickly. So I don't want anyone to miss out on the opportunity to be here. So again, if you can hear my voice, go ahead and fill out the name and the email address below. And how about this? Type in where you're calling from, okay? Type in where you're calling from so I can make sure that it is absolutely working. And let's just see here. All right, we got Nicole from Mulmer, Ontario. Wayne King from Ontario as well. So Nicole and Wayne, you're from the same place. Kevin Johnson from Atlanta. I just had a friend who just walked into my house right before I started this webinar, and he just flew in from Atlanta, Kevin. Kathy's from Ohio. Trina's just saying hi, everyone. Robert's from Desert Hot Springs, California. Joel from Chicago. We've got Amanda from California. We got Michael from Chicago. Wow, we got a lot of people from same places. And there we go. Here's my first international, international beyond Canada. Jan Frederick from Norway. Welcome, Jan Frederick. Welcome, welcome. All right, we got a bunch of people from all over the United States. Simon Hogston says, what up? What up, Simon? I'm so excited to have you guys here. Listen, we have a very, very powerful session today, and we've got people from all over the world. We're going to have an absolutely packed room. So here's what I'm going to say right now. I need you guys, okay? I need you to get something to take notes with. I need you to get something to take notes with right away. Because firstly, you're going to be given 20 products that you can take and run with. You're going to be given, again, the 7-step formula that you can run away with and copy and paste. And we're going to have live students here. We're going to have live students here. You know, one of them he's going to unveil his entire business to you. You don't want to miss an opportunity to take notes with that, okay? I know I sure as heck I'm not going to. And as a matter of fact, my wife is on the other side. You know, she loves doing e-commerce. That's her passion. That's her, that's her dream. She's watching this webinar because she wants those product ideas, if nothing else. So everybody is super engaged. I need you guys right now to make sure you got something. All right, do you have something to take notes with? Type in a big yes below. Excuse me. Type in a big yes below right now so I can see it, all right? I want to see it. I want to call out the names of people who I see are prepared. If you don't have anything, you've still got time. Run out right now and get something to take notes with. You're going to need it today more than any other webinar that you've ever been on with me. Let's see. We got a bunch of yeses. All right, Jonathan, Kathy, Trina. We got P. Action Jackson. I like that. Matilda. Mahmoud. Baruria. Oh, okay, actually, these are people that are actually telling me where they're calling in from. All right. We got someone from Dubai. We got someone, I'm going to assume, from France. It's bonjour, is what they wrote to me. Iceland. Awesome. You know, I was just watching a video yesterday, and it showed that Iceland is currently voted and rated as to be the most peaceful place on the earth, the most peaceful country on the earth. That was very, very interesting to see. I can believe it. All right, who else has said yes? Who else is prepared for today and has everything they need to be able to kick some butt today, take some awesome notes? We got Des, Steve, Zamira, sorry if I'm saying your name wrong, Ashok, Dan, Linda, Debbie, Ted, Philip, Katrina, Don, Michael, CL, Jerry, Bob, Michael, Jan Frederick. Again, if you have something to write with, I want to hear from you guys. Come on, leave me notes, okay? Leave me notes right now because this tells me Sonia, Pete, Christopher, Neil, Merlin, Matthew, Des. I want to see you're prepared. What that also does, okay, before our guests join us, before we get going here, what that also does is it makes it so that I have your email address and your name stored right below. We're not saving it. You're not being opted into anything. It's stored at the bottom. So the rest of the session today, you can engage with us. You can write to us. You can create questions. You can comment back, type in yeses once, show us the excitement. And while you do that, your name and email will stay saved down there. You don't have to keep typing it in. So do it now. Do it once. Tell me where you're calling from. Type in a big yes. Tell me you're excited. Ken Peterson says, I'm ready. Renesh says she likes. We've not even started yet. We got a bunch of people, by the way, saying yes. Let's see what's going on the comment side here. Simon says, I got something to write with. Let's kill it, Anik. Absolutely, we are going to kill it. Teresa writes, pen ready to roll. Australia in the house. All right. Teresa, where in Australia are you calling in from? Because we've got Ellis. Ellis is here from Gold Coast, Australia. And Australia is one of the dream places I really, really want to visit. I will definitely be making out there sooner than later for sure. All right, guys, the room is already starting to fill up. The room is already starting to fill up. Make sure you stay here. Don't go anywhere. And continue to interact with me. I'm having a blast here just kind of reading out everybody's names and seeing what's going on. We've got Caesar here from Puerto Rico. And we've got Joe from Kenya. I think we've got every major continent covered right now. Isn't that amazing? Isn't that the coolest thing about running an online business? Seriously. Everywhere from U.S., Canada. I saw people from Europe, Dubai. We've got, let's see, who else? We've got, what other countries? We have, I think there was also someone from South Africa. We have Kenya. I saw someone from Brazil earlier. I wasn't able to read your name out, so that covers like South America. We got people from all over the world. How neat is that? That's what we get to do here when you're building. Oh my God, we've also got someone from Haiti. I just tell you, this is why I love New Zealand. I just saw someone from New Zealand. Kevin, welcome. Or Kevin's at least telling me I should visit New Zealand. That's incredible. This is the one thing I love the most about having an online business. I just love the fact that you can aggregate people from all over the world into one place by doing what? Sending a few emails. Isn't that crazy? I was going to tell you a funny story. This morning I needed something. I needed to pick up a couple of cords, right? Just like little electronic cords. And I went searching for it on Google, and I found this website. And as soon as I went to the website, I could instantly tell it was the website made by a student of 100K Factory. I'm telling you right now, I could just tell because I know the layout, I know the template, I know the feel. I got so excited, I bought from it today. It was exactly what I needed. It was a great deal. I thought, why the heck not? I bought the product from them, and it was just yet again showed and proved that it works. And so super, super excited to have actually seen people out there doing it, crushing, and making money. I actually became a customer of someone, and I can see that our guests are joining in now. Remember, everybody, stay put where you are. People are piling in right now. Do not go anywhere. Do not go anywhere. Let's see. I have a request from our guest. Let me check what they would like. Let's see here if you get a chance. 1 second. So they are asking for some access. So let's make it happen for them. All right, guys, while I'm doing this, tell me something. Everyone who's there, put in your name, put in your email address. Okay, fill in that little box below so that for the rest of the session today, you can continue to follow with us. And tell me, what is your number one goal from today's session? What is your number one goal from today's session? All right, I want to see. Tell you what, I want you to type this in so badly that what I'm going to do is for everyone who types it in, you're going to get put into a drawing for $100. $100 drawing. The question I need you to answer while we're waiting here is, what is your number one goal? What are you really looking to get out of today's session? What do you want to get out? The number one thing that you want to get out of today's session. So go ahead. We got a few minutes. Now, as soon as we officially begin the webinar, the ability to fill in that box is going to be over. That means we got 5 minutes. 5 minutes to fill it out and tell me, and I'm going to pick a winner who is going to get $100 for free just because you are showing me that you are that active, all right, and you're ready to go. So while I do that, while you do that, let me fulfill the request here of our guest. All right. All right. All right. Let's see here. What do we got going on? Let's read some of the comments we're getting. Okay, Teresa writes, a business that will go live fast and make money quickly. Okay, Teresa, but remember, business is business. It takes time, effort, energy, hard work. You know, I see things here fast and I want quickly. Remember, if you want things fast and quickly, what does that mean? You got to work harder, put in more hours, and sometimes that means you got to be ready to invest capital. Okay, in business, you need money or time, and both is great, but you need money or time. So I love to have realistic expectations for everybody, okay? Joel says, learn best how to create a sustainable and very profitable e-commerce business. Well, heck, I couldn't have summarized the purpose of today's webinar better than that sentence in and of itself. Daniel Waterworth says, financial and time liberty. You know what I love about what you wrote, Daniel? Is you didn't just say financial freedom or financial liberty. You wrote time. So true. Listen, you know what? People say I want to make 6 figures. Sometimes I tell people, I'm like, okay, that's fine. You just have to get, why don't you just get 3 jobs that pay $40,000? There's 24 hours in a day. You work 8 hours, 24 hours a day. Why don't you do that? People say, oh, that's crazy. I have to sleep. What do you mean? Can't do that. Well, that's the truth, right? So you could technically get 2 jobs that are $50,000 each and make $100,000 a year, and work 16 hours a day, sleep the other 8, get back up, do both the jobs. But the problem is we don't want to do that. We want to live our lives, right? We want to actually have a life. That's kind of important, don't you think? So exactly, for that very reason, I commend you, Daniel, for putting time liberty on there. Find an easy way to get started with online marketing. All right, Lena, got it. Jeanette says exactly how to choose a winning product. Sweet, Jeanette, I like it. Specific. You guys know I love specific, right? Jeanette's coming into this with a very specific goal. The more specific your goal is, the more likely you are to succeed. Let me repeat that. The more specific your goal is, the more likely you are to succeed. It's very important to note that. All right, Rosalind writes, get started with an online business that I can operate anywhere and I can put an internet connection without having an inventory. Got it. That's pretty specific. Liz writes, I want to get off of disability, so I'd like to make enough income to get off of that disability. Amazing. You guys are giving me some great answers. So what I'm learning from here, one feedback I can give is let's get specific. Let's get specific. Stephen writes, Anik, it's always great to learn from you. Thank you so much, Stephen. It means the world to me that you would say that. All right, let's see what Sheila wrote. Sheila wrote, deeper understanding of the internet marketing business and confidence to dive in with what little time I have because I desperately desire a life with enough money to sing, dance, and give to my community. Love it. Love it. All right. Let's see what David Montano writes. He writes, Anik, I'm looking for a foolproof roadmap, an action plan that would help me generate at least $5,000 a month in residual income where money comes in while I sleep, of course, after I'm putting in the time and execute the plan. I like that, David. Thank you for putting that last part in there, right? It's not magic. It happens with time, and it happens for those who are absolutely serious. All right, let's see where we are on time. Technically, we're up. I'm going to give it 1 more minute. I'm going to look for one that I truly love. I'm looking for someone who puts in something very specific. Okay, very specific. And I want you to have, the more specific you put, all right, the better chances you have of making your dreams come true. All right. Let's see. Let's refresh here. Who's going to give me something? All right, to find the right products that are easier to sell and cut down on the testing time. I like that. Jeff wrote something about testing time. Now, I like that. That shows that he's taking his business very seriously, and he understands that there is things involved in there you have to test. All right. I want to be able to travel the world and work from anywhere. I love that, Ken. That's what I do. I love that. All right. I think I'm going to make my choice now, and the choice that I'm going to do is going to be Jeff. Jeff, your email starts with Ingram, Ingrasol or something like that. Hey, listen, Jeff, what you need to do, I'm going to let the team know, but what you need to do is send an email to support@learn.com, support@lurn.com, and let them know. Say, I won Onyx $100 prize before workshop number 2 started, before DropX workshop number 2 started. Let them know, and they'll make it happen for you. So, again, congratulations to Jeff. Please send us an email to support@learn.com. That is, again, support, SUPPORT, @LURN.com. All right, let's do the official countdown. Let's get going. How many of you are excited? Before I do the countdown, I want to see a bunch of yeses pour in. Right now, I want to see as many yeses as possible. This is what I call my drum roll, okay? Before we do the official countdown, type in a yes if you're pumped up. You're excited. If you know that right now you could feel it. You're about to have a life-changing moment come up right now. I want to see a big yes. I'm going to call everybody out. I got Steven, Martika, Trina, Sonia, Tepe, Margaret, Kirk, Jeff, Daniel, Javan, Albert, Kenny. Oh my God, people are just flying in. I can't keep up with it. I can't keep up with it. All right, guys, that's awesome. Tushar, Kevin, everyone's just typing woohoo and yes, yes. All right, let's do the official countdown. 3, 2, 1. Welcome, everybody, to today's training. This is Onyx Singhal, and we're going to give away 20 products you can steal and sell. We've got live case studies with us today. You want to learn how one of our students is making $30,000 a month by basically, doing exactly the 7 steps you're going to learn today, doing exactly the business you're going to see in this very session together. I'm pumped up. We've got some amazing people that are going to be joining us. We're going to be giving away, as I call it, the ant farm. We're going to give it all away because I know, and what I've learned in the last 14 years is, man, when you empower people, when you give them what they need, they go out, they take massive action. So before we even start, I want you to leave me a comment. Obviously, if you're watching this live, I want you to leave me a comment below right now. I want you to type in the word action. That's it, just the word action. Type it in right now. Let's do it right now. Fill in your name and email right below. Type in the word action. Hit submit. Your name and email will stay there then. Now, if you're watching a replay of this, don't worry about it. Just skip it. But I want to start seeing some people typing action in. All right, I'm going to wait till we get the first one because there's usually a little bit of a delay. And there we go. Ranjit, Jennifer, Jesse, Jerry, Sonia, Juan, Mary, Kevin, Andrea, Kenny, Vince, Laurel. Oof, we got a bunch of people flying in. That tells me we're all alive, we're all pumped, we're all ready. Well, listen, I want to reintroduce you to our special guest today, and there are going to be some other guests on later too, so make sure you pay attention. But this person who I'm bringing on to you is a very dear friend of mine. They're somebody who I've truly gotten to, there's very few people at my point in 14 years of having been an online marketer, I could count on one hand how many people I trust to ask for advice from. It's a very big thing to say. People ask me about Learn. This year Learn's going to do well over $20 million, all through the internet, all online. I don't say that to brag. I say it to let you know that we know what we're doing. We're good at online marketing. I take pride in that. I don't have to be modest. I take great pride in saying that. Yet imagine that there are a few people in this world who I learn from on a daily basis. There are those kinds in this internet marketing community that apparently missed class when they was taught don't reinvent the wheel. They missed that class. They just weren't there. They weren't paying attention. And one of them, basically the leader of that class of people, is here today. I don't know how he does it. I don't know why he does it, but he's constantly reinventing the wheel. He's constantly creating new ways of being able to just build ridiculous businesses, and that's why he's highest on my speed dial list. He's the first person I'll call when I have a question, and today what he's going to share with you has me absolutely shocked, has me absolutely off my feet, and when he called me and said, hey, how do you feel if I just gave away our top 20 products to your students? I literally was speechless. I thought, well, how the heck could I say no to that? If you're crazy enough to do it, I'm sure they're crazy enough to join us and get it. So without further ado, I want us all to throw a big, big, big welcome. And here's how we're going to do it. We're going to do our virtual drum roll. We're going to all go into that comment box below, and we're going to type in Aidan, all capital letters, A-I-D-A-N. The name of our guest today, as he was on the first one, is Aidan Booth. So we're all going to basically welcome him. We're going to make him feel all warm and fuzzy because he's taking time away from his family, his life, his business, his everything to be here with us today. And you know what? We all know he doesn't need to do that. So here we go. Ready? My virtual drum roll again. Come on, guys. Let's get those numbers up. I want to see at least 100 people type in Aiden right now. That way he can see it and he knows that he's coming into a room of people that are just absolutely stoked. They're ready to go. Let's see. Eve, Jonathan, Jesse, Bob, Martika, Kathy, Adrian, oh my God, Adam, Walt. These got all kinds of people coming in here. So, Aiden, I don't know if you can see this, but we are pumped. We're excited. I'm pumped. I got my notepad out. My wife is watching in the other room. She's got her notepad out. Thank you so much for doing this. I know exactly what it takes from you to come here and spend this time with us. From the bottom of my heart, thank you so much. And as long as you can hear me and we can hear you, man, take it away.
Hey, Anik, thank you so much for that introduction. Just want to do a sound check. Can you hear me okay, Anik?
We sure can.
And guys, if you can hear me, can you please type yes in that question box, and we're going to get this show on the road in just a moment here. I'm joined by a couple of other people here today. My business partner, Steve Clayton. We'll do a sound check with him in just a moment, and one of our students, Mark, who you're going to be hearing from as well. So let me see if I can actually share my screen here, and you should in a moment or two be able to actually see my screen, and we're just going to dive straight into this. I just want to check a couple of little technical things at my end, and that looks good. It looks like we are good to go. So welcome everyone. As Anik said, we've got a pretty exciting presentation for you here today. We're going to be revealing 20 smoking hot $100,000 per year product ideas. When we're talking $100,000 per year, we are talking net profit. Okay, we're going to be recapping the three-step system that we presented a few days ago. Now, I know some of you were on that call. Just type in number 1 in the chat box if you were on the last call, and type in number 2 in the chat box if you haven't seen the last special presentation that we did with Anik a few days ago. And it doesn't matter if you did see it or if you didn't see it, because we're going to be recapping things, and we've got loads of exciting stuff to share with you today. So you're in the right place at the right time. This is without a doubt the most exciting business model that I have ever seen online. Now, just before we begin, I want to introduce myself a little bit here. You saw me on the webcam, I think, or the camera a moment ago. This is a picture of me on the left-hand side of your screen there, and I come from New Zealand. I've been living in Argentina for the past 10 years, and that's all thanks to being able to build a business that earns me money on the internet every single day, 24 hours a day, whether I'm tucked up asleep at night or whether I'm, whatever I'm doing. If I'm traveling the world, it still earns me money. And that was started by a dream just over 10 years ago, back in 2005. I grew up on a sheep and beef farm in rural New Zealand, and I started online marketing for geographic freedom. Okay, now my business partner, I'm going to do a sound check with him in just a moment here, Stephen Clayton. He comes from a different background to me. He lives in Key West, United States, married with 2 kids, and he turned to internet marketing because he was fed up with the rat race. And his last job was actually as a vice president of a Fortune 500 company. So he started out his business because he was tired of the rat race. And between us, he's been online even longer than I have. So between us, we've got over 24 years of combined experience online. Now, in a moment, I'm going to be showing you a website which is on track to make us $653,000 this year. Type wow in the chat box if you are excited about that. Just type wow in the chat box if you're excited about seeing that website. I'm going to take you behind the scenes, show you some of the products that we sell, and you're going to be able to see all kinds of interesting things in there. All right, you guys are great. Okay, what a great audience. That's awesome. So we've also set up a new website recently, and you'll find out how you can see that one later on. That's earned us $569 in its first 5 days online. Okay, The method we're about to share with you works better than anything that we have ever seen before. I mean, we've got a Facebook page, we've got a program which we're going to invite you to participate in at the end. And we've been training a relatively small group of people for a couple of months now. We've been showing them how this system works. They came in, as I say, around about 10 weeks ago. We've been showing them how the system works, and many of them have now built life-changing incomes. We've got Bob, who did over $250 in his niche store. Okay, you're going to find out what these stores are all about as we progress here. And that was just about 10 days ago on July the 18th. David, he said he just got 5 sales of his items. He's never sold anything online before. Elizabeth, can't believe I've only been live for a few hours and I already have 1 sale. And that is a a trend that has repeated itself over and over and over again with many of our students. And you're going to hear from more of our students. In fact, right now you're going to hear from one of our students. Before I do that though, Steve, I just want to do a sound check. Can you hear me okay, Steve?
Sure, absolutely. I can hear you. Can you hear me? And maybe you guys can type Steve in the chat box and let me know that you can hear me. That'd be awesome.
All right, guys, type Steve in the chat box if you can hear him, and we're going to introduce one of our special guests here. So, Mark, can we do a sound check with you now? Mark, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. Can you hear me okay?
Loud and clear. Thanks for that, Mark. Now, guys, I want to just introduce you to Mark quickly, and then I'm going to hand it over to Steve after that. Now, Mark came in as one of our beta testers of the method that we are currently using to earn huge amounts of money with simple little e-commerce websites. And Mark has been working the system for a while now, and we thought it would be good to get him on here. He's doing over $30,000 a month every single month. So, Mark, let's just go back to the beginning, and I think it'll be beneficial for you to share with people why you got started in this whole online business in the first place. I mean, what were you doing at the time? Why did you get started?
Oh, man. So, to kind of look back on it, Aiden, I mean, I had what I was doing before, I had a 9-to-5, 5-6 day a week job. So, that was horrible compared to today. But I worked for someone else, and I'll touch on something. I logged on a few minutes early, and I heard Anik ask somebody, what they were looking for, and I think they really nailed it when they said, because it's the same thing I wanted, right? I wanted, not only did I want to make money online, sure, I wanted to make money, but I also wanted the freedom that it brought. We just got back from a long vacation with my family actually just yesterday, so it's really awesome being able to go and do the things and not be tied down.
Awesome. And so how long roughly have you been selling physical products online for now then? Not too long. I mean, when I started this program, with the coaching, I was really kind of new to it. I was always interested in selling physical products online. I thought as my out to the rat race or to the 9-to-5, because I could understand it. But I've tried to sell some shoelaces, on Amazon or something like that, but I wouldn't really count that towards what I've been able to achieve with this program. And in this, I've really been focusing on it for about the last 6 months. Yeah. Now, what's been I know you've ramped up quite quickly, but what's been your best month so far in terms of sort of a ballpark figure? I know you've gone from 0 to 160,000 in the time that you've been selling physical products, but what's your kind of run rate now? You've obviously passed the 130 grand threshold. What's your run rate now? Where is your business headed, and where do you want to be in, let's say, 3 months from now? I'd say that I'm probably, well, you can see really big on the screen that 0 to
thousand. I think I had a month that topped out, somewhere around $40,000, and that was just a couple months ago, and that was a real revelation. I had ramped pretty fast, like you said, but it was a real eye-opener to me and my wife to see, those numbers happen.
Yeah. So having seen that, where do you want to be towards the end of this year, given, what you've learnt and what you've seen as sort of possible now? I mean, are you shooting for 50 grand a month, 100 grand a month? Or where do you want to be?
Since I've been able to see that, that progressive ramp, I would like to see the continuance of scale, is what I'd like to do. I would be completely happy if I just maintained where I was, right? I think my original dream figure in my head, we all lay in bed at night thinking about things, was to be able to do about $300,000 in 12 months. And I'm pretty much, just better than halfway there. So if I stayed the same, I'd be stoked. And but I know that I can push myself a little harder and get a little more.
Yeah. Now, just one last question for you, and this is really for a tip for the people that are listening out there today. When you think back, a year ago, 18 months ago, whatever it is for you, when you first kind of started online and maybe you weren't seeing any results yet, knowing what you know now and the possibilities that exist online and everything you've been through, are there any tips or motivational things that you would say to people? Because right now there's 782 people listening to this call, and I know that many of them at the start of the call mentioned that they want to be doing this so they can support their family, so they can quit their day jobs. For all those people out there, I mean, having been there and done it and built a large income every single month, what would you say to those people that are just struggling in the trenches to get this happening?
Man, I could probably go for a half hour and talk to that question, but I'd say in the beginning, perseverance. Believe in what you're doing, stick to the daily routine that you need to do. I get up in the morning, I have a routine. On day one, there was more work because there was more of a learning curve. Now it's it's a little more rote work. It's kind of a routine that I follow, but stick to it. And if you hit a few bumps, I also heard Anik say something about testing earlier. Somebody in the webinar had said that. I test and test and test and test, and as a result, I find good winning products. So persevere. Believe in it and do it.
Awesome. Okay, well, thanks so much for your time, for coming on here today, Mark. I mean, I know you're an inspiration to a lot of the different students that are in the program, and I'm sure there's actually over 800 people that are listening to this now, so I'm sure you're a big inspiration to them as well. We have got a screenshot here from when Mark started scaling his business around about just over 6 months ago, and he did exactly $29,496 between the 14th of February and 5th of March. So, guys, if you were motivated by Mark and if you were encouraged just by what he had to say, just thank Mark in the chat box, because he had to take time out of his day to actually be here with us today. Now, we've still got a lot of very interesting things to come your way. We've got the money matrix. We're going to be showing you exactly how much you can make per day, per month, using this business model, and I'll show you how you can change a few of the different variables and you can watch that income go up or down, so depending on how conservative you are. We'll talk about that in a little while here. We are going to be sharing 20 $100,000 per year product ideas, 3 key ingredients to building a $100,000 per year business in 60 days. With that said, we're going to dive right into it. Here's what you need to do right now. Get rid of distractions, okay? Get ready to take some notes. What we're showing you here, plain and simple, it works, okay? It absolutely works. It's worked for a lot of people that have come before you, and it will absolutely work for you as well. It's a simple system. The beauty of it is in the simplicity, okay? You can build this business without needing to order any inventory up front. So basically, no money down, okay? No money down. You can see money start rolling into your bank account. You can do it in addition to whatever else you may be currently doing in your life, okay? So we're going to dive into that right now. So here we go. How to build a $100,000 per year business in 60 days or less with one simple website. There are 3 things that you need. The first is the right product, and we are going to give you 20 different product ideas, okay? And we're going to talk to you about the type of product that you need to be focusing on. That's the first ingredient, okay? The second ingredient is a platform that converts. It's no good driving traffic to your website if it doesn't convert into sales. I mean, what you want to build is a sales machine that works 24 hours a day while you're sleeping, so that you can wake up in the morning, open up your computer, and see you've got hundreds or thousands of dollars coming in. That's what you want to get to. But you need a platform that converts, and you need reliable, targeted traffic that your family can bank on. Okay, we're going to show you how to do each one of these 3 critical steps in the next half hour or so. So, Steve, if you are good to go, then we could hand it over to you, and you could take the reins and just walk through this whole product selection process.
Sure, absolutely. Okay, so let me see if I can share my screen here. Let's see. Think I can do that.
And I'll let you know when it comes up. I've got a different browser open here. So, okay, I think it's come up now. Yep.
All right, we're good to go?
You're good to go.
Awesome. So Aiden was talking about the the 3 things that we need, right? And I'd like everybody to keep thinking about those as we go through this this presentation. It's probably not a huge news flash to you that you need something to sell, that you need a website to sell it on, a platform that converts, and that you need traffic. I'm sure that none of you are going, oh my God, that's incredibly insightful. It's pretty much what you need for every business. However, every online business. However, here's what I think is really important. If you can understand how you can get each of those 3 things from this presentation, if you can understand how easy it is to get those 3 things, if you can really relate to exactly what we're doing and how we're doing it, then you can see how you can put it all together and how powerful that can be. So just keep thinking about those 3 things as we go through, and the first one is a product. Obviously, you've got to be able to sell something in order to make money online. And, selling physical products is a fantastic way to begin that journey. I'm sure that you've heard an absolute ton about selling physical products online in the last few years, and there's good reason for it. First of all, it's what people have been doing since, well, forever, right? The dawn of trading and swapping goods for other goods, and even before there was money. I mean, this is something that's been around forever, and it is a crazy, wonderful business model, and we love it, and we do all sorts of we do millions of dollars a year of selling physical products online. But I think the important thing to note, and Aiden mentioned it before, is...
Hey, Steve.
Yeah.
Can you just have another go at actually sharing your screen? If you click on that green icon in the top left there, we should be able to... I just want to make sure that everyone can actually see that, and if not, then I'll just pass the slides on.
Okay, because it says it's sharing. I could stop sharing and then try it again. Is that what I should do?
Let's just see here. It's just funny. I'm not seeing it at the moment. Just bear with me 1 second here.
Okay.
It's definitely showing my screen as far as I can see because it's actually not showing anything. So what I'll do is I'll just share my screen, and then I'll try to sort of guess where you are in the presentation and move forward accordingly.
Okay. All right. Well, then I'm going to just maximize mine in the event that other people can see it here. So what Aiden was talking about was the fact that what's a little different here in this model is that the traditional model of selling physical products online means that you have to go out and buy all this inventory. And you have to store it and figure out how to get the orders fulfilled and all that kind of stuff. And another thing I want you to keep in mind as we're talking through all these ideas and processes is that what we're talking about here is a model where you get rid of all of those problems. You don't have to buy the inventory up front. You don't have to warehouse it. You don't have to worry about fulfilling the orders or anything like that, or shipping it out to the customer. And that's really, really important because essentially it gives you kind of all of the good things and gets rid of, kind of all of the negatives of this particular business model. So when we talk about products, there are products being sold all over the place, and there's absolutely no reason to reinvent the wheel. I mean, there's billions of dollars a year being spent online for buying of physical products. And so what we're looking for here, we're looking for products that are already being sold online. We're going to sell them to a hungry audience that already exists. Okay? And so we're going to do some testing, and in the way that we find these products, we already know that these are products that already sell. We want things that have a good margin, a good profit margin, so that when we do ultimately have to buy the product just before we get it to the customer, we can pocket the difference between what the customer gave us and what we have to buy it for before we get it shipped out to the customer. So we want a good margin, and we absolutely want Facebook-friendly products. Now, that's not very difficult to do. I mean, you just need to stay away from things that might be a little bit controversial, as tobacco products or weapons or anything like that, anything that could be dangerous. Because as you'll find out when we talk about traffic, we are absolutely going to exploit Facebook, at least very aggressively, at least for the first 60 days, to get us to building a really fantastic and large online business, because it's the easiest place to do that, and I'll make my case for that in just a little bit. So we're going to go through 12 hot product opportunities. Okay, we're going to show you exact products and a few of the reasons why we think they're really good. But what you need to know is these products are tested. These are products that we have found, that we've tested using our process, and we know for certain that if you take any one of these products, you should be able to start building a $100,000 a year business.
And guys, we are actually going to be giving you 20. Anik kind of twisted my arm up behind my back and wanted me to go all out and find more good products for you guys. So it says 12 here, but rest assured we have got 20.
Yeah.
We have got 20 for you.
So, and just so you know, there are a bunch of places that you can get really good product ideas. Here's a list of websites. You might want to take a quick screenshot of this. But certainly eBay, DHgate, Etsy, Amazon, Alibaba, AliExpress. There are tons of places where you can begin this process of finding products and then going out and testing them using a process that we'll talk about. And we have a database, and I don't know how recent that number is. It's because it changes every single day, because we add to it every single day. But over 5 million products that are ready and waiting for people to come along and use them to build these very large online businesses. And this is a database where you could just go in and you don't have to look very hard at all, and use our software and just grab them and start testing them out. So here's idea number one: makeup brushes. And this is just to give you an idea of the kinds of products that we're talking about here. You can see, this is a product that obviously is already selling online. We know for a fact that it has good margins using our process of selection here. We know that it's Facebook friendly. That's pretty easy. And we know that there's, it's already selling well. It's a hungry audience. And we found this one on eBay. And just to give you a quick idea, we're going to talk about Facebook targeting and traffic shortly. But just to give you an idea of the amount of people that are on Facebook, I mean, I'm sure it comes as no shock. I mean, every person practically on the planet is on Facebook at this point, right? But when you go in and you look and you start to use their tools to actually segment that, those people that are on Facebook, and start to see, hey, who might be interested in makeup brushes? Are there enough people? Well, I mean, there's enough people to sell almost anything. But as you look at this data, you can see that people who are interested in Sephora, and maybe who are interested in MAC Cosmetics, and here we actually excluded people who are interested in the Body Shop, just to show an example of the kind of targeting that we can do. But normally you wouldn't exclude those people because those people would be interested in makeup brushes as well. But even this kind of bizarre combination of, you know, people who like this and they like this but they don't like that, that still gets you, you know, millions of people. I mean, it's incredible the amount of people that are on Facebook, and you know, the ability to really target these folks is a recurring message that we'll come back to when we talk about traffic. Here's number 2, Spider-Man costume. Now you might be thinking, well, you know, that's probably only good during Halloween, and certainly these kinds of things are the sales spike for Halloween. But there's a segment of the population, I have no idea who they are, but these folks, you know, buy costumes all year round, and you know, they're interested in a Spider-Man costume all year round. There's hungry audience out there for this costume. It's already selling online. We know there's great margins. We know it's Facebook friendly. And if we take a look again at targeting, you know, we can start to really do some interesting things here. We can look at, you know, people who like Spider-Man. That's kind of a no-brainer. The Amazing Spider-Man 2. But they must also be interested in costumes, maybe Halloween costumes, maybe the website buycostumes.com, you know, that kind of thing. And this, again, what would seem to be somewhat bizarre and very, very specific targeting criteria reaches almost 2 million people, which is just amazing to me. Every time we go through this exercise, I'm shocked at the number of people that sort of get filtered out of the total Facebook audience, even when you start to look at something that is, you know, just so specific. Yoga socks. Now, I don't know about you, but I have absolutely no idea what makes yoga socks different than, you know, socks, right? But we know from our selection criteria, and this is something we found on AliExpress, that there's a hungry audience, that we know these are selling online, we know there's great margins, we know it's Facebook friendly. But I'll tell you what, we don't know. Let's say, for example, we were interested in this product. I, for one, don't know anything about yoga. The only thing I know about yoga is I like the yoga pants, right? So that's it. That's the only thing I know about yoga, and not for me, by the way. So if you don't know anything about yoga and you're interested in marketing, you know, to an audience that might be interested in yoga socks, then one thing that's really easy to do is simply...
Hey, Steve.
Yes.
Sorry to jump in there. Just wanted to let you know that we fixed a little technical glitch that we had in the background. So right now, everyone is seeing your slides. So whenever you switch to the slides, we can all see that, and it's just working just fine.
Awesome. Thank you. Thank you. So if you don't know anything about that product that you want to market, then one of the easiest things in the world to do is just go to Google. And in this example, we typed in yoga brands, because that's a really easy way to start to target people. If they're interested in particular yoga brands, then they're probably interested in yoga, and they're probably interested in yoga products, and they're probably interested in yoga socks, right? So, one of the second entry here is 15 awesome yoga brands besides Lululemon, who is the only one that I even knew because they were they're the most famous makers of the aforementioned yoga pants, right? So, what you can do is you can then start to look at people who are interested in those brands, people who are following those brands. So now here what we've done is we've said, let's look at people that like Lululemon, but they also must like one of these other sort of much less well-known brands, very, very specific, very niche-y brands, and we still are reaching 600,000 people, okay? Absolutely blows me away. But these folks would definitely be interested in yoga socks. Of that I have no doubt. So let's look at 12, and then we'll look at another 8. So we talked about Spider-Man costume. Bluetooth speakers. Now these are all sorts of different. I'm sure you've seen these all over the place. They sell everywhere. It's a really hungry audience. Most people probably have more than one. I have more than one. All sorts of different flavors and shapes and sizes, and they're a fantastic product. Makeup brushes we talked about. Fishing rods. These are these really compact ones, very well made. And they fly off the shelves. Smart speaker bulbs. These and also the ones that control color and voltage and things like that. Those are super, super popular. You can't have a list of products or anything to do with the internet without something to do with a cat, because cats run the internet. Cat videos are what propel all traffic online. We know that. So ZenCat, It's an awesome, fantastic product that everybody wants.
This thing actually sells, guys. Believe it or not, this thing actually freaking sells. I mean, we've crunched the numbers on it. By the way, you're getting loads of good feedback in the question and answer or in the question box there. So, guys, if you've got a question or a comment that you want us to look at, just type it in the comment box. We are seeing all of those, and we'll take your questions, as we progress here later on.
Fantastic. Who doesn't want the little ZenCat in their office, in the corner office, that they can rub it every once in a while? It's all good. So ZenCat, Twilight Night Lamp. These are these things that that make like a star field in your room. Really, really cool. Wedding envelopes, really, really fancy, lovely wedding envelopes. The Nikola, this should be Tesla pint glass. Little typo there. That's a product out of left field. If you start to think about, well, how would you potentially market that product? How about going after people who like The Big Bang Theory? For those of you who know that sitcom in the U.S., there's constantly references to Nikola Tesla on that show. If you're a fan of that show, glowing earplugs, so much better than the regular earplugs because they glow. Right? You got to have those. We talked about the yoga socks. These wall decals have been around for a long time, and they're super, super popular products. And this one dives down a little bit further into being a nursery wall decal. So it gets a little bit nichier in that wall decal market. But they've been around a long time, and they're huge sellers. They're fantastic. So now we have 22, Aiden. So I think we've kind of lost track how many we have here. So here's a few more. And again, you might want to. This is one of those things where you might want to just take a quick screenshot, with your camera or something. But 36-piece letter and number foam, the Tree brand wall stickers. So these are more of those wall stickers. The Minions wireless speaker. Anything to do with Minions. I don't know. I've lost track of how many people are doing, just gangbusters on Minions products. And this is the movie, the Minions from the incredible. I don't know. It's a Disney or Pixar picture. I don't have young kids anymore, so I don't know. Musical shower head, probably self-explanatory. Welding goggles, believe it or not. A 29-piece charcoal pencil set. That's super popular now. The adult coloring is become like this enormous thing. Pink handcuffs. I won't go near trying to explain that one. Laser cut cupcake wrappers, because they're so much better than the non-laser cut ones. Bike lights, an embossed rolling pin. All of these ideas are absolutely, tried and true and tested, and we know that they meet all the criteria and should be able to build these incredible businesses. So it just gives you a really, really good idea. Remember, I was talking about the fact that, you got to have something to sell, no brainer. You got to have a website to sell it on, and you got to have traffic. And I want you to really be able to feel like, I could get all three of those things. So hopefully, you sort of feel like after seeing all these, I could easily, if somebody gave me a database of 5.4 million and taught me how to select them, and I could find a product to sell. And apparently we have 8 more ideas later on. So when you have a database of 5.4 million, you are not hurting for ideas. Okay, so we talked about product. Let's talk about the second thing, which is the platform or the website. Obviously the one job of the website is simply to convert your traffic, the people who come to visit the websites, into buyers, into sales, right? So it's got to do that really well. But it also has to do another thing really well, and that is not only make them buyers, but to make sure that every person that buys, every buying event is as much as we can possibly get, right? So you could have 2 websites, and they could each get 100 visitors, and they could each make 10 sales from those 100 visitors. But one website, the average order might be $1,000 of those 10 orders, for those 10 orders. And the other website, maybe it was only $5. Well, they both have the same conversion rate, 10%. But obviously, you'd probably rather have the website that sold $1,000 per order, right? It only makes sense. So your website has to be able to do both of those things. And the whole idea, right, is to be able to cross-sell, sell related items, and the concept is super, super sound. with the websites that we've been able to develop. And we just see it time and time again where people come and they're looking at one particular item, and maybe it's even a fairly cheap item, but then they're presented with other recommendations and cross-sell opportunities, and the average order value just climbs as long as you have the right platform. And the good news about these platforms is that we don't have to write a novel. We don't have to be copywriters. We don't have to write articles. We don't have to do any of that stuff. And let me tell you, copywriting is a very difficult skill, and not everybody can do it. And it also takes a long time. And so to be able to free yourself from that is crazy important. Think about Amazon. Amazon's the king of getting people to buy stuff, right? And also, by the way, getting people to cross-sell, getting people to buy related items. I don't know how many times, I'm quite certain that every single person on this who's listening to the sound of my voice has bought from Amazon and has probably bought related items. And, frankly, if you really looked at Amazon's website, it sucks. There's not a lot there. I mean, there's not a lot of copywriting, there's not a lot, and that's the beauty of oftentimes with selling physical products. People get a lot of information from images. The images and bullets. That's really what it's all about with selling physical products. So if you can have a platform that has quick and easy templates for you to just very quickly take images that you get from the supplier and even bullets that you get from the supplier and pop it up on a very highly optimized platform, you're done in very quick order. Okay. And it's very, very simple. So we're going to show you some examples. This is one quick example, but Aiden's going to show you some more details about what these websites look like. But they are just super, super simple. And I think that it'll be very easy for you to see how you could find a product and you could easily put that on one of these websites that you're going to see. They are very, very simple, and that's all they need to be. So let's talk about that last thing. And in many ways, this is the most important piece, because it's usually the hardest piece. Targeted traffic. Right now, we are in the absolute golden age for marketers, and the reason is because we can get the most amazing traffic from Facebook. And so what makes it amazing? What makes it amazing is that it's the holy grail of traffic for online marketers. There's a lot of it, it's highly targeted, and it's cheap. So when you're in online marketing, oftentimes you might be able to get one of those things. You might be able to get a lot of traffic, but maybe it's expensive or maybe it's not really targeted. Maybe you can even get two of those things. But to have all three is what makes this easy. Okay? And we haven't really seen this except way back in about 2005, 2006. We saw it a little bit when Google AdWords really first started to take off. Okay? And it's interesting because the reasons are somewhat similar. The reason that it really took off way back in the early 2000s is because Google went public in 2004. Okay, they became a public company. They had to start making money. And so they had to develop an advertising platform that would attract dollars, attract customers like us, like all of us on this call. Okay? Facebook, you all know, went public somewhat recently. And they have been working on their advertising platform to make sure that they can keep making the most amazing amount of money in advertising. And they have been doing it. And how do they make that money? They make that money by making us happy, all of us, because we are their customers. And how do they make us happy? They make us happy by giving us a return on our investment. So if you look at these numbers here, and you can see it's the equivalent of basically working with Facebook and saying, all right, Facebook, I'm going to give you $1. And for every dollar I give you, you're going to give me, I don't know, you can pick one of these numbers, but let's pick the bottom one. You're going to give me like $8 back or $9 back. So I would seriously ask you guys, I mean, if somebody came to you and said, look, for every dollar you give me, I'm going to give you $8 back. How many dollars are you going to give that person? Well, I mean, obviously, you're going to give them every single dollar that you have, right? Right? You're going to beg, borrow, steal other dollars. You're going to give them more dollars than you have. You're going to be raiding the couch for spare change. And that is the scenario that a big company like Facebook has to get to with their customers in order to keep making money hand over fist. They have to get to the point where customers just want to keep giving them money and money and money and money, right? And the only way they're going to do that is to become, and they have done so, to give us this holy grail of traffic, to give us the ability to get a lot of it, to get it cheap, and to get it highly targeted. So those of us who take advantage of it, those of us who know how to work the system, are getting the most amazing opportunity, and it's that last piece of the puzzle that makes this all possible. And traffic has just never been so easy and so cheap and so targeted. They are getting so sophisticated with their ability to allow us to target that we can even overlap audiences. We can say, look, I want to define a set of people that I want to go after, like people who like American Airlines and British Airlines and United Airlines, obviously frequent travelers. And I have this other audience of people that I was looking at and targeting, people who like these, you know, Fromers and Lonely Planet and Rough Guides. These are travel guides. I only want, let's say I want to only target this where they intersect. I want to only target the people that live in that center there, where both of these audiences intersect. Don't worry if that doesn't make sense to you. The point here is that every single day, Facebook is getting better and better and more sophisticated and more powerful so that we can reach the point where we can give them as many dollars as we can here, and they give us $8 back. Just to clarify in the slide, if you look at the last row there, what it shows is how much we spent, $136.43, and how much revenue, meaning how much sales were generated from the traffic that we got for spending that money. That's why I said, okay, I'll give you $136, you give me $1,250 back. Okay, that's like saying I'll give you $1, you give me $8 back. Okay, or something along those lines. The power here is, just to show you in a couple examples here, is that we can target and segment the audience so that we are only getting the cream of the crop. Okay, so one of the easiest ways to segment an audience is by gender. Right? You can look at women versus men. So in this example, the men were earning about 67 cents for every visitor that comes to the website. Now, you know, back in 3, 4, 5 years ago, we would have been thrilled with 67 cents. We would have been dancing in the streets. We would have been done, declared victory, gone home. Now, honestly, we don't get out of bed for for less than $1. We really don't. So we look at this and we go, well, you know what? The men are only giving us 67 cents per visitor, but the women are worth $2.25 per visitor. So to no one's surprise, once again, the women are worth way more than the men. So we would just say, forget it. I'm not even going to bother advertising the men anymore. Stop. We'll stop. Because I don't get out of bed for 67 cents, but $2.25? Absolutely. And what's driving that is just the conversion rate. It's very straightforward. The women are converting at a much higher rate, 2.5 to 3 times as much as the men. Okay? So that's a pretty simple thing that most people won't do, right? But they won't segment, they won't take a look, they won't test, they won't say, well, let's take a look at the women versus the men and adjust accordingly. And so they plot along at something that's suboptimal. And oftentimes it's this one, and how much does this take? Nothing. It takes looking at a screen and then making a quick adjustment. But oftentimes, this is the difference, right, between somebody who never really gets anything off the ground and somebody who builds a $100,000 a year business in 60 days, is paying attention to these small little details that take minutes to do, right? Another way to segment your audience is by advertising position. Where is it? Is it showing up at the desktop? Does it show up in the right-hand column? In this case, hey, both of these are making us some good money. We're probably going to continue to go forward with both. So the idea here, right, is that you continually use the power of Facebook to break your audience up into chunks and figure out which chunks give you more dollars for the dollar that you give them. That's really the goal here. So in this case, back here, the men, they weren't really giving me the dollars back that I wanted to see, but the women were. So you find the chunks that are giving you the most dollars back, and then what do? Well, you give those chunks all of your dollars, and that's how you get the cheap traffic, the abundant traffic, and the highly targeted traffic, the traffic that converts. And these are real numbers. And here's the other secret. And I think you can see this based on all the stuff that we've been building to here when we showed you these crazy queries in Facebook and yet still had 1 million people or 2 million people. You can almost always find a chunk that you want to give all your dollars to. That's pretty cool. And these are real ones. These are real chunks. $2.9 for every dollar, $5.9 for every dollar, 4.7, 3.5. That's all phenomenal. That's all phenomenal. Okay. Just some more. It is not. This is not the exception. This is the norm. All right. You can find chunks like these for the products that you're selling, where you can get this traffic, where you can give Facebook $1 and they'll give you 7.5 back, 5.1 back, 9.1 back. All of those I would take. Hopefully you would too. Okay. Hopefully I've made it clear that it's this laser targeting. It's this ability to use the platform, which is very, very easy. You dip in, you have access to I don't know, 1.5 billion people to start with, and then you can easily target smaller segments of that, and then start breaking that up into chunks, and in a very paint-by-numbers kind of way. It's not like you don't have it's not a mystery. You don't have to reinvent the wheel. You can do it by gender, you can do it by age, you can do it by ad position, and you just kind of work through the checklist. So it's these three things that drive this return on investment. It's how much you're paying for every click, for every visitor, essentially. It's how well your website converts, so it's the conversion rate. And then when it converts, how much are you selling, right? So that's why all of these things are critical that we've been talking about. But hopefully you can see, right? I hope you can kind of see that, what I was asking you to think about when I first started talking, and that is, yeah, I can clearly see how I can find a product. I got that nailed. The traffic, yeah, I mean, it's obvious the power of Facebook, the fact that I can absolutely find chunks that I want to give my dollars to, which means I can get the targeted traffic that I need that's reliable. There's a lot of it. And then you're going to see even more evidence, but you know what these websites look like. They're easy. You could do this. Especially if somebody hands you some software and with templates and push button that says, push the button and the website's done, right? So keep thinking about that, because if you can put these three things together, there's no reason why you can't build a $100,000 a year business in a ridiculously short period of time. There's $5.6 billion being spent every single day on e-commerce, guys. So just to kind of hammer this home, again, we love the traditional e-commerce model, okay? And we have lots of employees. We have an office in China to facilitate this. We have lots of employees in China, and so I'm not trying to suggest that this isn't a great model for many reasons and for many things. It is, but there's some weaknesses in it. And if you start over here, this little guy over here on the left is you, and our hero is not happy, and he's not happy. He's kind of sad because the first thing he has to do when he tries to build his new online business is he has to place an order, and he has to spend money. That's the first thing he has to do is spend money. So maybe he's got to buy 200 units, 500 units. Maybe he's spending $3,000, $5,000, $7,000. I've seen it all. So he's got to spend a lot of money. That order goes to the supplier. The supplier has to spend, maybe 30 days, maybe 60 days. Again, I've seen it all. Building out all the inventory. The supplier then sends the inventory to you, probably your house, and you have to make sure it's all, quality control, and maybe repackage it. Maybe you send it on to Amazon. And this can take months, guys. And meanwhile, you spent the money day one. All right. This can take months, and it finally gets into Amazon, and then maybe it takes a month or two to sell what your inventory, and then Amazon doesn't even pay you for maybe 30 days after that, and so you're chasing this model here. You're trying to get your money back, and the other thing is, if it's a new product, here's one of the kickers. Your reward for doing it well means that you're going to start selling a lot of them, and you quickly realize that before you even get any of the money back, you're going to have to place another big order. So you're constantly chasing the cash flow. It's the big weakness of this business model. It's cash flow, and you can see that. So if you sort of juxtapose that with what we're talking about here tonight, and it's dramatically different, and you can see our hero is very happy. And why is he happy? He's happy because the first thing he does, instead of having to spend money, is he gets money. He gets to make money. And I know it sounds crazy, but this is how it works. So you got your website, and your customer goes to the website and wants to buy your product that you have listed there. You haven't ordered them, you haven't warehoused them, you haven't had them made, you don't you haven't seen, you never even seen them if you don't want to. But your customer buys it, and you haven't put out a penny. Your customer buys it. Let's say he buys it a $15 item, and he's going to also give you $3.99 for shipping and handling. So immediately, when they hit the buy button, you get $18.99 in your PayPal account. And you get paid instantly. And that's why our hero is happy here, right? Once you get notified that there's an order, and you get paid $18.99, you go over to the supplier and say, hey, Joe Smith over here ordered one of these products, and I know I'm going to agree to pay you $7 for it, so here's the $7. And included in that $7 means you're going to ship it out to Joe. So here's his information. Here's his shipping address. So you pocket you get $15.99. You send $7 over to the supplier, and you wipe your hands of the whole thing. It goes to your customer. You pocket the difference, right? So what are you pocketing? $8.99. You don't ever buy it until you have the money in the first place. Okay? And guys, this is the model for where all of commerce is going. This is just-in-time. You can look that up. It's been around for a long time. This is just-in-time supply chain. People don't want to inventory things anymore. It's not efficient. People don't want to warehouse them. In fact, manufacturers don't even want to make them. Now with 3D printers and all this things aren't even going to be made until you order them. They don't make Teslas until you order them. That's the beauty of this model, is that you get it, you tighten up the supply chain, and this is not some crazy business model. This is the business model of the future. And it's better. All right, Aiden, let's see if I can give this back to you.
Yep, Anik is going to pass that over to me, and we should be good to go here. So, guys, type in the chat box if you're excited, and if this is actually, apart from just being excited, let me know if this makes sense to you. Okay, let me know if this makes sense to you. I want to make sure that you're following us here, because this is such a powerful business model, and it's more effective today than it's ever been in the history of online marketing or e-commerce, simply because you can sell a product before you get the product before you have to buy the product, essentially. So it makes your results inevitable, and they become inevitable because it's no longer a game of chance. It's not a game of chance because you never actually buy a product until you've sold a product. So it's kind of like the best case scenario, right? And you can wake up in the morning and see that you've got 10 orders. You've had 10 orders overnight while you've been asleep, and you haven't paid for any of the products that you've sold, but you've got $300 sitting in your bank account. Okay, so it's pretty cool. And it works fast. Okay, and you control everything, and the earning potential is huge. Here we can see a screenshot from a website that went from 0 to $1,688 per day in 26 days. Do you want to see this website? If you want to see this website right now, then I want everyone here, everyone, to type yes in the comment box. Type yes in the comment box if you want to see that right now. Send it to me so I can see it, because I'm going to take you behind the scenes and show you. Awesome. Okay, I'm going to show you everything. So we're getting a ton of people saying, yeah, they want to see it. Awesome. That's great, guys. Thank you for participating. And I'm going to show you that website in just a second. This is the website here, Outpost City. We sell all kinds of different outdoor equipment there, backpacks, blankets, ropes, all kinds of things. Now, importantly for you, if you were to set up a website and you could get results like this in the first 7 days, do you think you'd be pretty happy with that? This is $357 in income in the first 7 days that this website's been online. Okay. Now, this is the first month. Would you be happy with this in your first month? Just type yes in the question box if you'd be happy with this. $14,599.18 in the first month. That's 335 orders in the first month. That's about 11 orders per day. 11 orders of products per day. The average order value, $43.46. That's awesome, right, for a first month. And that's the kind of thing that we've been able to do when we tap into this amazing traffic source that Steve has been sharing with you. It's pretty amazing, and it's a game changer, quite frankly. I'm going to actually take you over to that website in just a moment here, but firstly, let me show you a little bit more about how it works. So firstly, you create a simple little Facebook ad. You can see an example of a Facebook ad on the screen here, and selling minions. And you start running that Facebook ad. And I mean, we use micro budgets to begin with. So, you know, $1 or $2 per day is what we'll spend on advertising. Tiny little budgets, nothing to worry about. $1 or $2 a day. People are going to click on that ad because you're laser targeting them, people that are interested in minions, and they're going to land on your website. Now, not everyone that lands on your website is going to buy, obviously, but a lot of people will, okay, because the platform that we use is optimized for conversion. So you're going to find that you get a lot of conversions. And people are going to buy, and when they buy, you get money into your PayPal account or your bank account or whatever it may be instantly. Type in number 1 in the chat box if you have a PayPal account right now, because that's one piece of the puzzle that you can check off the list. If you've got a PayPal account right now, you can check that off the list. And if you don't have one, that's absolutely fine, because we're going to show you how you can create one. And PayPal is not the only game in town. There's lots of different options you can use there. Now, again, just to recap, you never touch the product and you don't pay in advance. Okay. So some common questions that we get are, what if you get a product return? Well, this is actually a non-issue. The return rate for the items that we sell is less than 0.5%. In fact, we get 1 return every 1,000 sales. And I think you could probably live with that, right? Because that's a lot of money, and it's a small headache for a lot of money coming in. But by the way, if you do get a return, you can send it to your house, or if you want to, you can send it to our warehouse. We've got a warehouse which you can use, and you'll find out more about that as we progress here. Where do you find suppliers? Well, we've got a database of 5.4 million products with suppliers, and suppliers can be US-based, Chinese-based suppliers, UK, Europe, South America. Doesn't matter where your supplier is based, okay? They can be anywhere. Do you need to negotiate with suppliers? Nope, absolutely not. All the suppliers are just waiting to do business with you and willing to sell products, and you can see the price that they're willing to sell from in an instant, okay? Do Do you need to be located in the United States? No, it doesn't matter where you are. You can run this business from anywhere in the world. I live down in Argentina. I'm from New Zealand originally, and I can run this business just fine. We've got people doing it all over the world. It's very easy to scale, and the earning potential is ginormous. How many websites do you think you would need if each one of them can earn $600,000 per year? Not many, right? And if you max out in one niche, which is unlikely, then you can always launch a new site. Here you can see PayPal. Now, 90% of the time, we're using PayPal to process transactions, but there's lots of other options out there as well. We just use PayPal because it's convenient. You can see January, $391,000 coming into our PayPal account. December, $117,000. November, $99,000. Okay. It's easy. It's a simple platform to use. More money coming in February and March, $63,000, $78,000. Now, I'm showing you this because I want you to see that this is real and this is possible and you can absolutely do it. Here's March, first 15 days of March anyway, and a bank account there as well where you can see money coming in every few days there into the bank account. This is the big opportunity online right now. Now, type yes in the comment box if you want me to take you and actually show you one of our websites. Show you one of our websites, give you a quick look behind the scenes. Yep, awesome. Okay, well, let me go ahead and do that real quickly here. I'm just going to change my screen. Just bear with me. Okay, so you should be able to see my entire screen here, which is perfect. So this here is one of our websites. This is Outpost City. This is one of our websites. It's got lots of different products in there, and I'm going to show you one of these products right here, the utensil kit. Sells for $7.97. Now, I'm also going to take you into the back end here and show you the reports, because I want you to see this money that's coming in is real. Okay. Now here you can see yesterday $695. Okay, not bad. 851 the day before that. 929 before that. 1,300 before that. 1,121 before that. 1,411 before that. Last 7 days. $6,310, and that doesn't include today, which the sales are still going to roll in for today. They're not actually being shown on this graph just yet. So that's a quick snapshot inside our inside this account here, inside this website that sells simple little outdoors products. So pretty cool, very, very powerful. I'm going to go back over to the slides now because I've got lots more to share with you. As I mentioned, this is the big opportunity online right now. There's never been an opportunity quite like this one, because you can piggyback on the back of this major trend, okay, and build a big business starting very quickly. Most online sellers have no idea what they're even doing online. Okay, they just put up websites and start making money in many cases. And what that means is you've got a major advantage, because you can tap into this laser targeted traffic. And now is the perfect time in history to be building life-changing real business online. Okay, because like I said, it's never been easier. Now, there's two parts. Number one is you can go it alone. This is doable. You're going to have some bumps in the road, and you'll need to do a lot of trial and error. It's going to take longer than you expect. This, unfortunately, is the road that I took. Okay, it took me 24 months to reach a run rate of $100,000 per year. A run rate of $100,000 per year, when you break it down online, it's not really a huge amount of money. I know that in real life it's a decent amount of money, but online it's $274 per day. Now you can get to $274 per day by just making 10 sales online. There's millions and millions and millions and millions and millions and millions of people that use Facebook, that do shopping online. For you to get 10 sales should be easy, right? Now, it took me 2 years, though, to get to that point where I was doing $274 a day. I did it while I was working a 9 to 5 day job that I hated. I was getting up at 4 a.m. every morning to work to try to build my online business through trial and error. It was 3 steps forward and 4 steps backwards, and maybe you can relate to that. If you've been trying to build an online business for some time now, then maybe you can relate to that. It was frustrating, right? But thankfully, I kept going, and eventually I got there. It took me a long time though, 2 years. 8 to 12 weeks, that's the time it takes our most dedicated students to hit that $100,000 per year run rate, $274 per day. 8 to 12 weeks. It's the 4th of August right now. By the 4th of October, 2 months from now, 8 weeks, you could absolutely be doing this. Okay, we've got students who are in our program who are doing this. This is Brent, he did it. He actually earned $74,653 in 53 days using this exact same method. He's part of this program. This is John. John did even better. $125,743 using this exact same tried and tested method. I mean, that's life-changing income. These guys didn't have any special e-commerce experience. They were in the exact same situation as you are right now. They were skeptical as to whether or not they'd be able to do it because they'd tried online before and hadn't quite made it work. Okay, but they took the leap of faith anyway. They tried it, and now they're doing this. Check out this screenshot. This is from Martin, and this is on July the 29th, 5 days ago. You can see the date. Okay, you can see the date if you look on the right-hand side of the page there, July 29th. He says, we started our niche site about 5 weeks ago, and in the last 2 weeks, it's been mind-boggling. Excuse me, mind-boggling. The store has made over $28,000 this month. Most of that in the last 2 weeks. This is from a guy who came out of nowhere, had no special experience with e-commerce, and it's changed his life. It's changed his family's life. $28,917, and that's a screenshot from our private little Facebook group. Okay, so it's pretty amazing stuff. Lots more. July the 21st, Travis says, I had my biggest day so far, totally unexpected. He earned $180.24 from 16 items. This is Alan. Alan earned $115 on day 1 of his website being live. Okay, you can see another graph down here, $863 in 2 days from a different student. Here on the left-hand side, this guy did 82 orders, best day so far. That was on July the 2nd, so that was about 1 month ago. This is, look, every one of these people is inside our special little Facebook group. This is not, it's not that we've solicited, testimonials or anything. These people just are sharing because they're so excited about this. Look at Ricardo. I finally reached $5,000. Ricardo is in Portugal. He speaks English as a second language. If these guys are doing this kind of thing, you can too. And by the way, this person here on the left, $1,467, that's in 1 single day. You can see the hours of the day that the money is rolling in. Every single hour, there's orders rolling in. So when we say make money while you sleep, I mean, that's absolutely the case. You are making money while you sleep. What about Jason? Jason says, been a while since I posted here in the group, but I wanted to let you know that I did over $1,000 in sales yesterday and have averaged over $700 a day for the past 2 weeks. This is beyond amazing for me and my family. If you had told me I'd be doing $1,000 per day a couple of months ago, I would have fallen off my chair laughing. I'm so grateful to be part of this amazing group and for the life-changing training Steve and Aiden have given us. Thank you all for your support. Whatever stage you're at, keep going. There's no limit to this business model. I mean, that's amazing. And Jason is well on his way to $2,000 per day. Okay, success leaves clues. And being able to follow in the footsteps of people who have already done what you want to do, that's the fastest way to succeed in anything in life. Okay, so this is a business model that you can start regardless of what you're currently doing. It doesn't matter if you're doing affiliate marketing, Kindle, selling on Amazon, if you're in real estate, if you're working a 9-to-5 day job, if you own a brick and mortar business and want some more money on the side, if you're doing CPA marketing, multi-level marketing, AdSense, if you're a complete newbie and you've never had any experience online before, you can do this, okay? Because there's zero technical issues and we are here to help you. Now, we've sold millions online, millions and millions of dollars online over the past decade. We've got a very successful online business. But what really inspires us to keep going is helping amazing people like you to get life-changing results. When I log into my Facebook group every morning and I see news stories about people that have woken up to sales, I mean, that never gets old, and that could be you, okay? Hearing heartwarming stories like that, it never ever gets old. This is John, and as you heard a moment ago, he made over $125,000 in his first 30 days. Here's what he says. In my first 30 days, I made over $125,000 in sales, and this is a direct quote from John, okay? Working with Aidan and Steve has changed my business in a way that no one else has ever been able to do before. It's a complete game changer. Everything keeps improving on a month-to-month basis. This is Rob. I've managed to grow a business from virtually nothing to about $10,000 per month. Rob has got a couple of young children, and this is a game changer for him. This is Adrian. Since working through Aidan and Steve's program, my online business has grown from nothing to the point where it allows me to pay for my daughter's private school and my other daughter's daycare. It's growing every week. I can't wait to see where it goes from here. Life-changing stories for real, just regular folk, regular people. This is Mark, who you heard from earlier. He did $18,000 in his first month. $18,000. Patrick and Kelly, they're in Queensland, Australia. They went from $0 to $20,000 per month because of the training that we've given them. This is James. In 6 months, he built a $10,000 per week business per week, 10,000 US dollars. The stories go on and on and on. Normal people getting amazing results. Now, you might be asking yourself, why do our students have such a high success rate? And there's one key factor here. I mean, there's lots of different reasons, but there's one key factor. It's test beds. It's a unique concept that we developed, and unlike most online systems, using our method, you can test the profitability at the very beginning of the process. So there's a lot of people out there, like TP, Martin, Janine, who are saying that they want to find out how to find profitable products. I want to find out how to find the right product, and I know this because I can see these people are writing it in the comment box and the chat box. Now, it's easy for us to find the right products because we've got this unique testing system where you can actually see what works and what doesn't work very quickly and then turbocharge your results. So focus on the things that work, scale up, and you'll see your income coming in, and you can get results like this. We see these every single week on the training webinars that we do. Every single week, because it works for anyone. There's no barriers to entry, there's no ongoing costs, there's no experience required. It doesn't matter how old you are, how young you are. It doesn't matter what you've done in the past, it doesn't matter what you're planning on doing in the future, because it can work for anyone. It's a proven formula. And we want you to be the next success story. We want you to be the next success story, and we are certain that you can do it. So what we've done is we've put together a complete package of training, tools, and hand-holding support to give you everything you need to change your life with this business right now. Everything you need to build this business for yourself is included in our special program called 100K Factory Ultra Edition. Now, this is a program that we released for the very first time about 12 weeks ago. Okay? About 12 weeks ago, we opened it up for 1 week, and then we shut it down. We had a class of people come through. They've been working with us for the past 12 weeks. And now today, we're opening it up again. So and we're opening it up for a very, very small number of people because most spaces are already gone. Okay, so let me just tell you what this program can do for you. It can give you unlimited family time. It can give you a secure retirement. It can allow you to be your own boss. Or maybe you want to have your wife or your husband be able to quit their job. You know, whatever you want to do, you can do it, because you can get financial freedom, location freedom, and time freedom to live life on your terms. Okay. Phase 1 is quick cash flow, going from $0 to $274 per day in 60 days. Okay. Phase 2 is income automation, and phase 3 is strategic expansion. All we've spoken about so far is phase 1, going from $0 to $274 a day, because quite frankly, that's exciting enough. Building a $100,000 business. This is what we've discussed. Being able to replicate these kind of results using the special 3-step formula that Steve explained to you. Now, inside of phase 1, there are 7 steps, 7 things that we do. First, we choose a product. Okay, we gave you 22 or so different product examples earlier on in this call, 22 examples. We then test the profitability. So very, very quickly and simply, we test out to see what works. Okay, we then engage a demographic, we activate our shopping cart, and we initiate the traffic machine. We optimize conversions, and we rinse and repeat. Now, there are 6 core components in the 100K Factory Ultra Edition, and I'm going to walk through each one of them now. We've got the 100K code. This is the blueprint. We've got the command center. This is your one-stop push-button dashboard. So a few people are saying, well, how do we install the websites? How do I find a product? You do it all with the ease of the push of a button, okay? Just by making a couple of clicks, it'll all be done automatically for you. Okay, so this is truly a hands-off business. The 100K case study, that's a module by module, step by step videos showing you how you do this. The 100K converter, a secret weapon to get more buyers, convert your visitors to buyers. Coaching, and much, much more. There's actually a 6th module which I'll share with you in just a moment. The first is the 100K code. Now, this is our top secret recipe that shows you how to build an insanely lucrative business in under 60 days. Phase 1 is injecting cash flow. How to go from $0 to $274 per day in 60 days. Okay, 60 days. Let me just repeat that. We're talking about building a $100,000 per year run rate, which is like earning $274 per day in 60 days. Phase 2 is income automation. Okay, that's what it's all about. Earning money while you sleep, day after day after day, and then expanding that to much, much bigger. Okay, so this particular part of the program's got a value of $2,997. Pill number 2 is the 100K command center. This is your push button dashboard. Okay, this is your command center where you'll log into it. You'll be able to install your website with the push of a button. You'll be able to scan and identify the best product opportunities, track vital metrics, automatically fulfill your orders so you don't have to get bogged down and fulfilling your orders, create captivating images, and if we get time at the end, I'll actually show this to you. Okay, and we've also got the money matrix, which I need to show to you as well, so don't go anywhere, guys. In about 5 minutes time, I'll show you the money matrix and how that works. Pill number 3 is the 100K case study. This is a comprehensive 9-module training program to show you exactly how to set up your system so you can make 100% hands-off income. We've also got weekly milestone checkpoints so that you always know where you're at and what you need to do next. Everyone will get to the finish line. Everyone will get to the finish line. We've got over-the-shoulder mentoring as well to get you to your 60-day goal. The 4th pillar is the converter. These are the bells and whistles that are automatically installed in your website behind the scenes. These are the things that allow you to quickly convert visitors into buyers. Okay, so this is all the magic bullets behind the scenes. And then pill number 5 is the coaching, and this one here is critically important, and I think it's one of the most valuable of all, because this is where you get 1 year of direct access to Steve, to me, and to our expert coaches, people who are already working the system and earning money from it. If you've got direct access to me and our team, and you can email us whenever you need to, do you think that you can build a business inside 1 year? Of course you can, right? Anyone can. You're getting direct access to us, people who have been there before, and we're going to lead you along the way and drag you to the finish line, whatever it takes. And we've got a technical support desk and much, much more. I want you to understand that this is a huge investment of time on our part. Okay, it's got a value of $9,997. Steve and I charge $12,000 per year for one-on-one coaching, and you're getting access to us and our expert coaches for just a fraction of that. Now the sixth pillar, this is also one of my favorites. This is the community. We've got an absolutely amazing community inside the 100K Factory Ultra Edition program, and you're going to be part of that. Now what I want you to know about the Facebook community is that you need to qualify to enter. Okay, you need to qualify to get approval for the group. Now don't worry, everyone, I'm going to make sure that we're going to be able to get you into the group, but there's a few simple steps you need to go through to make sure you can get into that group, because it's not for tire kickers, it's for people that actually want to see amazing results and are willing to, you know, work hard to get them. So you're going to be part of this group, okay? And we're going to all work together as a team to make sure that, you know, you're getting results. So there is a catch, guys. There are 3 special bonuses for action takers. Now these bonuses are available on this webinar to people who invest in our program right now. The first is the Beta Society. This is an exclusive group of Inner Circle members who can work directly with Steve and myself and who are invited to test new systems, software, and strategies that we develop. Okay, so when we come out with a new piece of software, you'll be able to go ahead and help us test that and develop it. So you get early mover advantage on anything that we actually do. The next thing you get is Bounce Breaker Beta. Okay, now Bounce Breaker is a special piece of software that we use to capture leads and to get people to take action and buy on our websites. Okay, we're constantly rolling out new, technology into this piece of software, and you're going to get it before everyone else does because you're going to be part of the beta program. And you're also going to get lifetime access to that. Other people pay $97 a month to get access to that. Okay, and you're getting the Ultra Ecom theme set, so a whole set of different themes that you can use on your website. Okay, so 3 special bonuses for you. And here's a recap of what you're getting here, guys. You're getting the 100K code. This is our special blueprint. The command center. This is how you can instantly install your website with the push of a button and control it on a day-to-day basis. You're getting a case study. It's a series of about 9 or 10 modules where you go through and you see us doing everything right in front of you. The 100K converter, the 100K coaching, the community, and those 3 bonuses. The value here is enormous. Now, what I want you to know is that this is unlike anything you would have seen before. We've invested $68,500 and hundreds of hours building this program, okay, and all the software that goes with it. This is extremely limited, guys. We're only accepting 50 new members today. Okay, 50 new members. Right now there are 738 people on this call, and we're going to accept 50 new members. When we did the first DropX workshop with Anik a few days ago, we opened this up to 100 members. It sold out. It sold out. Okay, so we spoke to Anik and we went back to the drawing board and we found a way that we could incorporate another 50 members into the program. The reason it's limited to 50 members is basically because of the coaching and the support that you get. Our personal time is being invested here, and obviously we simply can't help that many people. I mean, you're getting email access to us and our coaches. That takes time, okay? So it's only 50 new members, and that is it. What we're talking about here is going from $0 to $1,688 per day in 26 days. This is a private invitation to participate. To everyone else, this program is closed. I mean, if you go to 100kfactory.com, you'll find it's closed. It's just closed. No one else can get in. We've opened this up for Anik, and as I say, it's only for 50 people. There's only 50 spots available. You can start immediately and get access to everything. Everything is waiting for you on the inside, and you can get started today if you want to. We have no plans to ever reopen this. It's not going to be available for long. When we first released this to the public, it sold out in 1 week. Okay, the first class sold out in 1 week. This is the first time that we've opened it up since then, and it's probably the last time that you're ever going to have a chance to actually get into this. So don't miss out on this, guys. This is immense value here. This is a business that can change your life, and we're showing you every single step of the way. You won't pay $29,496. You won't pay $14,997 either. Now, $9,997. If all this does is clear your debts, pay the rent, pay the mortgage every single month, would it be worth paying $9,997 for? If all this does is set you up for a comfortable retirement, would it be worth paying $9,997 for? Or if all this does is give you an extra $5,000 of cash each month, $5,000, month after month after month after month, would it be a good investment at this price? Hopefully you can see that it would be, but you won't pay that today, and you won't even pay half of that. You can get complete access for $2,997. In fact, you can get started for even less because we've got a $500 discount available to you right now. The special link is on the screen there. It's 100kfactory.com/Anik. Go ahead, make your discount and get started. We are 100% committed to your success, and we'll do whatever it takes for as long as it takes to get you to the finish line to make sure that you succeed. We've got a huge bonus for the first 25 people who jump in right now. Okay, and I'm going to share with you what that is in just a second. If you are jumping in right now, though, if you're in the process of signing up, you need to go to 100kfactory.com/Anik, sign up. Make sure you also let us know in the comment box that you are in the process of signing up so that you can be one of these first 25 people. Now, the first 25 people that jump in are going to get access to the 2-day Success Summit. It's a live streamed 2-day Success Summit that we did just recently. You're going to get full access to all the recordings, and these are going to be available in the members area for you. And you're going to get traffic and conversion training, student showcases, business model expansion plans, physical product training, and much, much more. Okay, but you need to be in the first 25 people. And guys, there's a 100% money back guarantee on this. You've got 60 days to test this thing out for yourself. Okay, test this out for yourself for 60 days. If for any reason at all you're not 100% satisfied, we will return your money. No hard feelings, no questions asked. We'll still be friends afterwards. Okay, so I can also see that Janine, Arlette, Peggy, Gloria, Linda, Alma, and John have jumped in. So people are jumping in right now, guys. If you want to be part of that first 25, you need to jump in right now. 100kfactory.com/Anik. Now you might be wondering, okay, well, that's great. I'm 100% covered for the investment of 100K Factory Ultra Edition, but what happens if I follow the training and I just can't get it to work? I'm going to do something absolutely crazy now that you have probably never ever seen before. Here's what it is. We are announcing not only the 100% money back refund for 60 days, but also a $500 cash, nothing to lose guarantee. Here's how it works. As long as you follow every step of the training curriculum without deviation and actively use our stamp for approval and coaching system, we guarantee to buy back your business from you for $500 if for some weird reason you're unable to make sales. This is insane. No one offers this. This shows how confident we are that we can help you succeed. If we were not so confident that we could help you succeed, then there's no way that we would offer this. We want to change your life, and we don't want anything to prevent you from giving this a try. You have nothing to lose and everything to gain from this. So don't wait any longer. Go ahead and sign up. Now, it says the 100 spaces will fill up. Actually, there's 50 spaces because we made 100 spaces available the other day. We extended it, 50 more people. They will go fast. 100 spaces filled up in the workshop and the replay that happened a few days ago. 100 spaces filled up. We've still got hundreds of people on this call right now, and 50 spaces will fill up fast. We can't go beyond this number. We are, very, very limited by how many people we can actually help. So the people are going to get in, and then it's going to close. And if you go to that link, 100kfactory.com/Anik, and it says that it's sold out, then I'm sorry, but you've missed it. By waiting just one more day, if you wait until tomorrow to register, you risk letting technical issues, life, or anything else get in your way. I'm just going to go over and actually have a look and see who has jumped in now. Ashley says she's jumped in. Thank you for the opportunity. Ramona is signing up. David is signing up. Craig is signing up. We've had Timothy, Kyle, Annette, Jordan, Denise, Peggy, Stephen, Andrew, Lewis, Jane. I'm just reading out the names of people who have said they've signed up. It looks like we've had about 18 people sign up already. That means we've got 7 spots left in that special bonus. All you need to do is go to the URL, which you can see on the screen there, 100kfactory.com/Arnott. Go to that URL right now, right this second, don't delay, and you can sign up. You'll instantly get your access details instantly, and you can go into the program, start using it, and start making money. You can install your website today, and you could be making money tomorrow. Okay, now, Arnick has got an exclusive bonus as well, which I'm going to share with you, unless you want to go ahead and talk about it. Otherwise, I'll just dive into it.
I'll let you share the bonuses, but I do want to take a minute to talk to everyone. Listen, guys, here's the deal. On the last webinar we did, we ran out of spots. I would be very honest with you. I thought it was going to take us the next 3 webinars to do. But one thing I love about everybody here that's part of Learn Nation is that we are action takers. I know you're action takers. And I want to have a moment with you where I want to talk to you about, making a decision to do something. You all know who Tony Robbins is, especially today, right now, everybody is talking about him because of his new documentary. I got a chance to meet Tony. I actually spoke on Tony's stage years back. This was 7, 8 years ago. I know him. And when we were talking backstage, I asked him something. I said, Tony, so many people, look, we all have access to the same types of education, for the most part. Right now, everybody has access to this program. You have the ability to go in, work with Aiden, work with his team, work with Steve, work with everybody. They gave you 20 niches. They gave you the system. Now you can get in there, get hands-on help. So I said, Tony, why is it that some people make it so big, and why is it that others don't? And I was expecting a very profound answer, and he gave me a simple answer, but it was profound. And what he said is, it's because, Arnick, the ones who don't make it have just not decided yet to make it. And I said, what are you talking about? He said, they have not made the decision. They've not made the decision to do it. So it all lies in the decision. So today what I want to ask you is something simple. Are you deciding to change your life? You are here because of a reason. You're still here. We got hundreds of you on still because you want to do something different. You want to wake up tomorrow and have something different. Well, let me ask you something. Einstein said the definition of insanity is to do something again and again every day and expect a different result. Today I was working with my own coach. Yes, I have a coach. People ask me, I spend $4,000 a month. Okay, I could get him on here to qualify. $4,000 a month. I spend $50,000 a year on my coach. Here you're getting an opportunity to get a whole team of people at a dime of that. But I believe in education and coaching. So today I was talking to my coach, and he said the same thing. He said, he called me out on something. He said, Arnick, you're being insane. I said, what do you mean? He says, you're doing the same thing right now, and you expect it's going to miraculously lead to a different result. And I thought, oh, God, he's right. So today, let me ask you something. If you don't do something different today, if you don't do something different right this minute, right now, how can you possibly expect tomorrow to be different? How can you go to sleep tonight even looking yourself in the mirror and saying tomorrow will be different? We're so good at putting things off. But let me ask you today, whether you decide yes or no, that's your choice, it is what it is, but I just want you to make a decision. I want you to do anything you can today different so that tomorrow is forced to be different. Okay? And this is the best thing you got. When you do this, when you join right now, when you go to 100kfactory.com/Arnick and you participate, you get in there. Tomorrow, tonight is different. Today changes. Forget tomorrow. Today changes because now you've taken proactive steps to making something happen in your life. You've got an entire program to go through. You've got tools. You've got software. You've got community. You've got coaches. You've got students who you can follow. Tomorrow is completely different. Your schedule tomorrow changes. Physically, you change. Everything about you changes. So what's it going to be, guys? We are going to do everything we can. And you know what? You're about to see. Aiden's going to tell you about some of the most amazing bonuses we put together. Why am I putting together bonuses? Yeah, I'm willing to say it's because I'm bribing you. Because I know how powerful this is for you. I know how important this is that you participate. So I'm willing to put forth everything I can. And some of these bonuses I went to Aiden and I said, Aiden, this is Learn Nation. This is different. You got to do better. I want more. I want my students to have the unfair advantage. If you have other students inside your system, I want Learn Nation students to have the unfair advantage. And that's exactly why we do this. So today I want you to make a decision. And what you're about to see, this is my way of helping you make that decision. But it's still yours. I need to see you do it. And we've got a lot of people that have been joining, by the way. I'm very proud of you. Aiden, back over to you. And guys, we'll come back and we'll talk more about this. But right now, I really want you to understand everything you're getting and how serious we are.
Yeah. So the very first bonus that you're getting, guys, and again, this is just an example of how serious we are, is the VIP red carpet support. Now, when people send us in support emails, we've got amazing support, and in most cases we get back same day or even in the same few hours. But when you come into this program, you're going to get VIP red carpet support. Why? Because you come in through Anik, and we're very good friends with Anik. So this is one of the things that he kind of negotiated as part of his special deal. Any email that you send to us will get expedited to the top of the queue, and we're going to reply to you first. Okay, so that's the first thing you're going to get. The second thing is the Amazon Physical Product Academy. Now, we sell millions of dollars worth of physical products on Amazon every single year. It's a great place to sell products and to make money, and you're going to get access to see exactly how we do that. You're going to get our blueprint, videos, and much, much more. You're also going to get our blueprint to making money on Kindle. Now, Kindle is a great way to make money online, and we've got a special 60-day plan designed to take you from $0 to $1,000 per month. You're going to get complete access to that. Facebook Lead Mastery. This is how to drive leads from your from Facebook into your system, which you can then use to obviously make sales. So you're getting access to this special training. It's only been seen by a small group of 35 mastermind members that are in our special mastermind group. You're going to get access to that. The private scale list. A lot of you have said in the question box here today, how can I get access to, or how can I find products? I'm worried about finding products. We actually gave you a whole list of different products on this call today, which you could start off using, okay? But in addition to that, we've put together a special top secret document which contains 53 ideas. These are ideas that have been vetted by Steve, myself, and Anik. They're going to save you a ton of research time and likely make you a ton of money. So you got those as well. Outsourcing Academy. This is Anik's special training showing you how he gets so much done in so little time. It goes into all his outsourcing secrets, shows you how to find super high quality work at reasonable rates and get it done on time every time. Now, Anik's outsourcing program will show you how you can benefit from high quality written content, awesome graphics, web design, and so much more. And outsourcing really is key to building a huge business online. So that's an awesome bonus as well. And you're getting Anik's crash course in search engine optimization. It shows you how to power your way to the top of Google and ultimately drive a huge amount of traffic straight back to your website. Okay, so you're going to get that as well. So they are 7 incredibly powerful bonuses. You've got the 100% money back guarantee. I just want to, if you're jumping in right now, if you want to be one of these people that get the special bonus, then type in your name and let me know why you jumped in. So Peggy said, oh my God, I've done it. I'm so scared and excited all at the same time. That is awesome, Peggy. Good for you. Janine says, I've jumped in. This is awesome. Can't wait to get started. That's awesome. Melissa said, I'm in. John said, I'm in the process of jumping in. Guys, thank you so much. If I haven't read out your name, remember to write in your name once you actually go ahead and jump in. Now, why is the 100K Factory Ultra Edition so important? It really comes down to time, because what we're talking about here is condensing your learning curve from years into just 12 weeks. Now, I've got a couple of big surprises for you. The first one is this one here. I'm going to give you an insane free gift worth $215.40. Okay, it's limited to people who join today. Okay, it's free hosting for an entire year. Now, $17.95 per month for the premium plan. That's what you're going to get for an entire year. Okay. Now, so that's got a yearly value of $215. If you're hosting your website somewhere else, you can shift it over, and that's absolutely fine. Now, there is a lot that we haven't even mentioned. It's all designed to ensure that you succeed. Okay, we've got a blueprint of phase 1, which goes step by step by step, little mini steps showing you how to get to the finish line. We've got the special cheat sheet that shows you how to set up your advertising. We've got a physical warehouse in North Carolina that you can send your products to if they get a product return or something like that. Okay, we've got SEO execution plans and so much more. Now, there's another big surprise, guys, and if you've tuned out at all, you're going to want to listen to this one, because this one here is a big surprise that we put on for you. You can actually get started for $997. We've got a 3-part payment plan, gets you access to everything. The special link for that is 100kfactory.com/Anik2. Now, what I want you to know is that this plan costs $500 more than the other plan. The one-time payment plan gives you a discount of about $500. So we recommend you take the one-time plan for $2,497. You're going to save $493, and I mean, this shows your total commitment. Going all in one time, it shows your total commitment. The link is on the screen. We also understand, though, that not everyone has got access to that much money all at once, so we've set up the split payment plan for you. If you're one of the people that wants to take the split payment plan, then you can do that. Go to 100kfactory.com/Anik2 and you can do that. Okay. Now is your time to succeed. It's your time to succeed. Lots of people have come before you and done amazingly well with this program. Okay. It's now your time to succeed. It's your turn to implement the system and see these results for yourself. People who are earning hundreds of dollars per day, regular people, $1,467 per day. Would you like to have that kind of income day after day after day after day? We're going to take some questions now. So if you've got a question, actually before I do that, I just want to congratulate a few people that have jumped in. So Constantino says, I'm in the process of signing in. Maria has jumped in. Curly says, I'm in and can't wait to begin. Gloria says, I've jumped in and not sure that the order didn't time out. I'm eager to get started. Well, if you're in, Gloria, then that's all you need to worry about. And we're going to make sure that that first, it looks like we've already gone past, oh no, actually, I lie. We have got 22 people now have jumped in and are getting the access to that big bonus that I mentioned. So if you want to be in the next 3 people to jump in, then let me know that you are in the process of jumping in right now, and I'm going to reserve those spots for you. So quickly type in the question box, in the comment box, that you're jumping in. Just type jumping in, and I'm going to make sure that you're one of the 3 people that get the special bonus. And you can do that regardless of if you take the payment plan or the one-time payment. If you want to get the $500 discount, you can go to 100kfactory.com/Anik, or you can take the split payment plan, and that is absolutely fine. So Ranish says jumping in, and Heidi says jumping in. We've got one more spot because Ranish and Heidi have jumped in the process of jumping in. One more spot, and we'll fill out those 25. We're going to take some questions now as well, guys, but before I do, I just want to take a chance to thank everyone who's put their trust in us today. We've had Ravindran, we've had Luis, Mary, Carolyn, Bruce, Eugene, Gloria, Kathleen, Benjamin, Donna, Brandon, Michael, Linda, Julia, Harry, Gillian, Alan, Peggy, Ramona. And what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put on a little something here. I'm going to put a 10-minute countdown timer on here. So,
Aiden, I want to do something really special for everybody. First of all, Aiden, thank you so much for doing the payment plan. I didn't know if you were going to repeat that or not. We've had quite a few students asking, and I didn't want to answer them abruptly without knowing whether you were going to do it. I know you offered it last time, but then, listen, let me tell everyone something here. You know, payment plans. It's one of those things that makes it's a little tough on the company. And by that, what I mean is, for us to offer it, right, it's just we take on all the risk. And Aiden has to spend a lot of money getting everything, the tools, the training, the coaching. The fact that he did it just shows that these guys are rock stars, and I really appreciate it. But here's the deal, okay, everyone? 10 minutes is on the clock. I don't personally care if you do 10 minutes, if you do the 1 pay, if you do the 3 pay. Doesn't matter to me. I just need you to take action. I need you to make a decision. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do something incredibly special. I'm throwing in something right now that I did at the end of last session, and I wasn't going to do it again. And tell you what, a couple of the key people from my operations team are not here. They're on vacation. This is what they're going to get. They asked me not to do this. I'm going to do it. How many of you right now are still on the fence? I want you to type in me, M-E, if you're still on the fence. I'm going to do something really special, and the time is ticking there. So do it quickly, guys. I want to see let's see at least 20 me's, and I'm going to do something really special. Here's what I'll tell you. Today, I officially crossed $7,000 a day in investment in Facebook. But you know what I'm making back? I'm making back $14,000 a day right now. I'm literally doubling what I spend. That's the clue I'm going to give you. How many of you would love to learn that? But you're on the fence right now about joining this. You're on the fence right now about making the decision to change your life. I want you to type into me. All right, we got Dave, Chris, we got Subaru, we got Eunice, we got Kim, we got Sheila, we got Irina's, Densworth, Jima, Tom, Sol, Say, Ethel, Larry, Renesh. You know what? Thank you. We got more than 20 right there that I read off. Thank you for your honesty, Lynn, Ted, Billy, Chris, Fresha, Carla, Dave. Thank you so much. Here's what I'm going to do, guys. You make it within the next 8 minutes, and you take whatever one you want. You can go to 100kfactory.com/Anik. You can go to 100kfactory.com/Anik too. It's up to you, whichever one you want to go to. And what I'm going to do for you is I'm going to throw in a 4-week mastery boot camp where I'm going to reveal strategies about Facebook to you that I have never, mark my words, I've never taught before ever online, ever. And here's why I've never taught this before, because I just discovered this. I have been quietly sitting in the corner working for the last year to master Facebook. I have had 6 accounts on Facebook banned because I have been trying so hard. And then I have finally gotten it all down. We have someone we talk to at Facebook. We have 3 consultants we work with, and we are now at the point where we know how to do video ads, text ads, image ads, carousel ads, lead ads. We're doing them all. I'm managing over 4 different Facebook accounts, all of them running profitable. They're all in the black. And I'm going to share everything about it. I'm even bringing in a couple of very high-level experts. I'm bringing in a guy who invests close to $15,000 a day right now on Facebook, and he has been one of my lead coaches. He's going to be sharing everything. But I need you to make a decision in the next 7 minutes. You can join either of the 2 payment plans. I mean, you could do straight pay is what I think you should do. Save the money, guys. Put that money into your business. As it is, you have a refund policy here. So it's not like anything can happen, but I would save that money. Or take the 3 pay if that makes the difference in the world. But please remember, when you take the 3 pay, you are putting Aiden and his company under a lot of stress financially. You should be respectful of that. We should be appreciative of that. So what I'm going to do right now is for anyone who makes it in the next 6.5 minutes, I'm going to throw in that 4-week Mastery Facebook Bootcamp that doesn't start for another about a month. It starts in about exactly 1 month. I'm going to throw that in for you for free. Just so you know, we've already got, I think 300 seats sold. 300 seats are already filled in it. Last webinar, we put another 100 people in there. Now we have 400 people. Well, the first 300 invested $3,000 to make it happen. I'm going to be giving that to you for free, but it's really only for the next few seats, and it's really only for the next 6 minutes. And this is just my way of saying it's time for you to take action. All of you who typed in me, okay? I'm going to look at this. We have Subaru, Caesar, Konstantinos, William, Dave, Mary, Renesh, Ibitsum, Lynn, Ted, Billy, Chris, Freshia, Carla, Dave, Chris, Eunice, and a lot of other people. And I'm so sorry if I butchered your name. You guys have been on enough of these to know that I am bad with names. But that minute that clock hits 0, I will be pulling this bonus. I have to. Maybe I'll make it open for another couple minutes past that at max if we've got a lot of people that are in the process. But listen, don't miss this opportunity. Guys, you're getting absolutely everything you need to be able to start your business, get it up and running. The case studies are there in front of you. The proof is there. It's working. The community is alive. The coaches are there. Aiden and Steve are there. You've got the tools. You've got the training. There's just no reason. There's no reason to be sitting on this. Aiden, back to you.
Well, thanks for that. That's an amazing bonus, and I'm looking forward to actually going through some of the training and seeing, what you're doing as well, Arnik. So thanks for that. We're going to take some questions now, guys. So if you've got a question, if you've got a burning question that you want to know the answer to, go ahead and type it in the chat box now. And Steve, if you see something there, feel free to just call them out. There's one that I see right now, which is, how many hours per week do I need to invest in this to make it work? That's a good question. And the answer is really, I think if you are able to invest 5, 6, 7 hours per week to begin with, that's great. Okay, I think if you've got less than that, then you can still do it, but it's going to take a lot longer. If you can do 5, 6, 7 hours a week to begin with, that's great. Obviously, you can do as many hours as you want to, though, because we've got all the training is just in there waiting for you. Jimbo says, can I do this from anywhere in the world? Yes, Jimbo, you can. Doesn't matter where you are. You don't need to be in the United States. What else have we got here?
What about Aiden, about the additional costs?
Yep, sure.
So it's really very, very, wish we could say zero, but it's very, very small. You have to get a couple domains, 2 domains. So, you're talking about, $9 each or so for the 2 domains. You don't have to even get hosting because, one of the bonuses here is you get free hosting. So get a couple domains, register a couple domains, and then it's just the only other cost are these micro budgets for testing. And you're talking about $1 here, $1 there. We're not even talking about tens of dollars. We're talking about single dollars here. So, really order of magnitude, it's like nothing as far as additional cost goes.
Yeah. We've had Constantinos has just jumped in, guys. There's 2 minutes and 53 seconds left on the clock to get that special bonus that Arnik has mentioned. And I'm going to just pause that for 1 second here because there's something I want to do. I want to show, a lot of people are saying, well, how much money can I make with this? So what I want to do is pull up the earnings calculator. Okay, this is the earning calculator. And what it's going to show you is the money and kind of how this works. Okay, so let's assume, for example, that you're going to be able to make $15 profit per sale. That's a conservative number, okay, conservative number. And let's say that in your first month, you're going to do, let's just say 3 sales per day on average in your first month, okay, for each product that you find as a winner. If you find 1 winning product in month 1, that's $1,350 in your first month, okay? Now, if you're able to get 5 sales per day in your first month, which is totally doable, then that's $2,250 in profit in your first month. What about so this could be August, this month, right now. What about in September? Maybe at that stage you've got 2 different products up and running. 2 different products up and running, that could be giving you $5,400 per month. Now, $5,400 per month is $64,800 per year. $64,800 per year. What about in month 3 in October? You might have 3 products up now. And look, if I vary these numbers a little bit, let's say you're like someone who is super conservative and you think you're going to make $9 profit on each product that you sell. In a few short months, you're still going to be doing over $100,000 in profit as your run rate. But in reality, we typically find that when we've got our stores, cruising along, well optimized, we can do anything, definitely well above $15, okay? And we can hit these kind of numbers. So that is the money matrix that I said I was going to show you. We're going to take a couple more questions now, and then I'm going to turn Arnik's timer. Actually, I'll go ahead and turn that back on now. I should really turn that on, keep it ticking over there, guys. If you've got a question right now, then type it in the chat box. Paul, if you buy right now, you'll be getting the special bonus, and if you've already jumped in, you'll get the bonus as well. Does the system collect the customer's email addresses so I can do follow-ups? Absolutely, Connie. It sure does. Bill says, I'm concerned about the monthly cost of having to get traffic needed. Now, Bill, what I want you to know is we start with micro budgets, okay? So we're spending literally, as Steve mentioned earlier, a few dollars a day, maybe a couple of dollars a day, okay, $2, $3 a day. If you can afford $2 or $3 a day to begin with, then you will be able to afford to do your advertising, okay? Now, you're not just spending $2 or $3 a day and not actually making any money back. You're spending $2 or $3 a day and ideally making $3, $4, $5 back. So the whole point here is that you're earning more money, okay? You're earning more money than what you're spending. So I wouldn't be too worried about, you know, the costs associated with advertising at all. Okay, you've got 1 minute and 19 seconds left right now if you want to jump in and get our next bonus. So if you're doing that, if you want the bonus, type bonus in the chat box. CJ said, phew, woo, I made it. Don't know what bonuses I'm eligible for. So CJ, you will get the bonuses. Where do we find the products to sell? I'm just going to pause this here for a second because we're getting a ton of questions still coming in. Where do we find the products to sell? Are they in China? Well, China is one of the places that you can find them. We've actually got a database, as Steve said, of over 5.4 million products, so you can use that to begin with. And if we get time here, I'll actually go ahead and show you that. Yeah, finding a product is a non-issue. How do you deal with licensed products like Spider-Man, Minions? That's a great question. I'm glad you asked it. The responsibility is on the manufacturer. Okay, and the manufacturers will be able to give you the certification to show you if they're licensed to be able to produce those. What else? What else we got here?
We've had a couple of questions about returns. I know you spoke about that, but there are still some people that were asking about that, and I think we've got to. First of all, it hardly ever happens. I think last time I looked, in the thousands and thousands of units that people have sold already, I think we've had 15 returns to the return center, and none of those have actually shown up yet. But anyway, we actually have a return center, a warehouse that is your warehouse. And so even if you're outside the United States, we're targeting the U.S. market. And so this used to actually be a little bit of a hurdle for people outside the U.S. But now you've got a physical address located in the United States, and a whole professional people who need to request a return maintenance authorization number and the whole bit, and they process the returns there in the warehouse. But it pretty much never happens. But in the event that it does, you're covered.
Yeah. What I want to show you now, guys, is I want to just take you over and show you what the checkout page looks like. 100kfactory.com/Arnick2. It's going to take you to this page here. This is the split pay option. If you want to take the one pay, you'll find that here as well. And as we've said several times, that's the one that we recommend. Because you're getting almost $500 worth of discount instantly. So you come to this page, 100kfactory.com/Arnick2. Okay, come to that page, and you just click on one of these buttons, whichever one that you want. So if you want the instant pay, that's what most people are taking and getting that big discount, then you can go there and you can put in your information and you're good to go. After you've done this, you will be instantly in the members area. Okay, instantly in the members area. So that's how that works, guys. What other questions do we have here? I'm just having a look. If you've gone ahead and already jumped in, then let me know in the question box why you jumped in. What was it that made you jump in? And while you do that, I'm going to recap some different parts of the program here for you. Okay. So, as you can see on screen, we've got a couple of people who are absolutely crushing it, and they've only been in the program for about 10 or 12 weeks or so. So you're going to be able to, think 10 to 12 weeks in the future where you could be, and this is the kind of place that you could be. 3 phases. In the first phase, 60 days, the first 60 days, we've got a plan that takes you from $0 to $274 per day. $274 per day is $100,000 per year. Okay, so it's not that hard to get to with an online business, and especially with this business model here. This is the system that we use. So you set up a simple website. You'll do that just by pushing a couple of buttons inside the command center. Okay, the customer is going to buy from you, and then when they buy, you're going to get paid instantly. You don't have to wait. Money's going to go straight into your account. Now, after you've got paid, after you've received the money from the customer, that's when you're going to pay the supplier. And then the supplier will send the product to the customer. So you don't have to have products sitting around at your house or anything like that. Okay. In your first 8 weeks, you could potentially do something like this. This is what some of our students have done, and you could as well. Okay. So you start by choosing a product. We've got a huge database to help take care of that. You test profitability. We're going to show you how to do that. You're going to activate your shopping cart. You can do that with the push of one button, and then you're going to turn on the traffic machine and optimize conversions. You're getting the 100K code. This is the blueprint, the 100K command center, the 100K case study, the 100K converter. This is the way that you're going to convert your visitors into buyers. Coaching, 1 year of direct access to us and our team. Okay. And you're also getting the Facebook community access as well. So, so much is at stake here, guys. We would love for you to be a part of this. The value is enormous. It's only available for 50 people, though. Okay, and it looks like we've had about, I'm going to say 35 or 40 go ahead and jump in already. So if you want to be in those last 10 that get in, now is the time to do it. I mean, we've shown you with countless, and you can see them on the screen here. I'm just skipping through them right now. Countless success stories, regular people who are getting life-changing results. They all started just like you. At some point, they were just like you on a webinar, just like this, and they decided to take the leap of faith and jump in. After a little bit of effort, they're now seeing amazing returns. Okay, they built big businesses, and you can too. Okay, I just want to go back up here and just reiterate that there are only 50 spots available. You have to jump in right now. You can get started for $997 if you want to. The special link is 100kfactory.com/Arnick2, okay, for the split pay. We've got so much available here to you guys. If you're jumping in right now, let me know. I want to thank you for that, and I want to just get your name down here. So I'm gonna, and by the way, guys, if you've got any more questions, we're going to be on here for about another 5 minutes. So Ethel says that working on it with the bank. Densworth, if you've got a question, please let us know what it is. We're happy to help you. Irina says that she is in. Good on you. The link, Ollie says that signed up. Now, Ollie, you will get your link sent to you. If for whatever reason you don't get your link, your access link sent to you, then what you can do is you can send our support desk an email. So, support@blueprintcentral.com. It's the special support email address. So if for some reason you have trouble signing up or anything like that, just send our friendly support team an email and we'll get you sorted out straight away. Okay, that's the special link to sign up right there, and that's our email address. Okay. Just seeing what other questions we've got here.
And listen, guys, I want to tell everybody firstly that I got a few questions that came in here from Donan and from Michael, and they said, "Hey, I was just kind of getting, my credit card and getting everything ready. Can I still get it?" Yes, I will still honor it. Look, guys, I'm not all about limiting it and all. I just want to get you in. That's all I care about. What I care about is getting you to take action, getting you to take a step forward. So if you do that, absolutely, I will still make sure you get absolutely everything from me that's possible. 100kfactory.com/Onik2. That again is 100kfactory.com/Onik2. Go to that URL, make it happen, do it right now. You choose which payment plan is comfortable for you. It doesn't matter to us. You get all the bonuses just the same. You get the same refund policy. You get the same refund guarantee. You get the same product. You get the same tools, the same coaching, the same guides, and same mentors, and you get everything I've offered you in all my bonuses. But this is going to be really the last chance. So this is your opportunity. What's it going to be?
Stephen says, how do you drive traffic to your program? We're going to be going into that in huge detail when you're on the inside. Basically, we start off by tapping into laser-targeted pockets of traffic on Facebook, and we have small budgets which we use to drive that traffic. So, Stephen, that answers your question there. We make millions of dollars selling physical products, Ashok. How long will it realistically take for me to start making money? Look, if you sign up today, you're going to have access to all of the training immediately. Now, for you to go through all of that training, you're going to have to set aside a couple of days, realistically. But you don't have to go through all of it to be able to build your website, for example. So, I mean, you could be making money just a couple of days from now. I mean, you could even be making money tomorrow if you start it today. Okay, so you can be making money very, very quickly. I mean, this is not a get-rich-quick scheme. What we're doing here, though, is we're tapping into a source of traffic which is incredibly targeted. Okay, incredibly targeted. And we have got websites which are designed to convert those visitors into buyers. Okay. Anne says, the free training that you guys gave tonight is incredible. Thank you. I have joined. This training was pure gold like I've never seen before. Thank you, Aidan. Thank you, Steve. Thank you, Anik. Thank you, Anne, for being with us. Real pleasure. And thanks for putting your trust in us and jumping into the program. Guys, you can join with a Visa, you can join with a MasterCard. There's lots of different ways to actually pay here. PayPal is another option. You can see I'm on the payment screen right here, PayPal. So different ways that you can join. Just seeing what else we've got here. Lots of people are saying that thanks again, it's been an amazing training. Thank you guys for hanging out with us. It looks like we've still got about 8 spots left, and this is going to be shutting down, guys, and that is that we've already extended the number of people that we can take into this. So if you go to the link here and it says that it's sold out, then that is it. Okay, we've been going here now for 2 hours and 14 minutes. I'm going to put the timer back on here again. I'm just going to actually reset that, and I'm going to make it a 5-minute timer. And when this gets to the bottom, all the bonuses, everything will get wrapped up, and we'll finish the call. So now, if you've got any last-minute questions, guys, now is the time to type them in that chat box, because in a few minutes' time, we're going to be shutting this down. Do you recommend using Shopify or WordPress? Now, you can actually use either. Both are great. The thing that I don't like about Shopify, at least when you're getting started, is that you've got a fixed cost every single month, whether you're selling products or not. Okay, you're going to have, depending on what plan you've got, you might have a $79 cost every single month just for using Shopify. So $79 a month. That's $948 a year. And you just don't need that when you begin. Okay, so we've got a special platform built on WordPress, which is free. You can install it in about 2 seconds. I know something that I'm actually going to do here. Let me jump into our command center. So guys, I'm giving you a quick demo of the command center here. You can still see the special link that you can go to at the bottom of the page here. So in the command center on the left hand side, you can see, you know, a place where you can manage your stores, your products, your orders, your marketing, and I'm in the products tab at the moment. So a lot of people are saying, well, how can I find a product? All you need to do is come in here, choose a category, health and beauty. I've selected the price as between $2 and $8, just for an example, and I hit search. This is going to go away, and it's going to bring back a whole bunch of products. You saw it took about 2 seconds there, not even that, 1 second, and it brought back a whole heap of different products, which I can then go ahead and add to my website if I want to. Now let's have a look here. We've got makeup brushes. These cost $4.40 wholesale. I bet we could sell those things for probably 15, 20 bucks, make a decent margin on them. Lots of different makeup kits, all kinds of things, page after page after page of results. Now if I decide that I want to add one of these things to my website, then all I need to do, like maybe this floral woman's makeup bag, cosmetics bag, I can just click this little button here and I add it to the save list. Okay, and that's going to get saved on a special list which I've got up here. That's my save list. Okay, now products in my save list can easily get added to my website in the blink of an eye. Okay, and I'll show you what I actually do. I come into my save list. So in my save list, you can see that there was a message that just said it had been added. And down here, you can see that I can put the price, I can edit loads of different information, I can choose which photos I want to have, and then this is another product which I've got in my save list as well. Okay. So that's a quick example of how one little part of the command center works. It's a pretty powerful tool. It also allows you to fulfill your orders instantly as well. So when you've got all these orders coming in, instead of it taking 10, 15, 20 minutes to fulfill each order, then you can do it in the blink of an eye. Guys, we're shutting down this call in 1 minute and 16 seconds. So this really is the last call now. If you're jumping in, then please let me know that you're jumping in so you can get all of these bonuses. Yeah, we're going to be shutting this down. Curly says, as someone trading in the UK, can I still list your warehouse for the returns? Absolutely, yes, for sure. Anne says, do you ship with ePacket for faster shipping? Yes, we do that sometimes, not always, Anne. Brandon says, I'm in. Brandon, we're going to make sure that you get the bonuses. All right, guys, well, we are shutting this down right now. It looks like most of the questions, I think, have been answered. If you've got a last-minute question, now is the time to put this in. Remember, guys, this is a complete zero-risk opportunity. You've got everything to gain here and nothing to lose. Okay, you've got a huge bonus, which Anik has brought to the table, and you've got our amazing money-back guarantee. 100% refund plus $500 cash back guarantee. And I've got the timer beeping here, so I'll just stop that for a second. So we are officially out of time. I'll just recap very quickly here. Guys, you've got everything to gain and nothing to lose, but you need to take the leap of faith. Now is the time for you to do it. We've got 50 spaces available. Actually, we had 50 spaces. We've probably got about 8 or 9 available right now. If you go to the special link, 100kfactory.com/Anik2, it will list both payment options. Okay, it'll list both payment options, and you can get started immediately. We would love to have you on the inside. We would love to be able to show you how you can get results like these people are doing right here. So Anik, I think that's pretty much it from me. Have you got anything else that you want to add? Otherwise, I think we're good to finish this up.
No, I just want to really say thank you so much, guys. I know that we still have one more powerful webinar left together coming up in just a couple of days. Everyone, watch your emails. We'll let you know the details about it. And let's all take a minute to really thank Aiden and Steve, and I think we had Mark, you know, just everybody who was here to give us so graciously and to train us and teach us and do everything they could just for our good. I really, really, really appreciate you guys. You know, it's just amazing. So if everyone could take a minute to, there we go. We got Brandon, David, Ann, and, you know, Ted, and everybody here that's just messaging in a big thank you for you. So thank you so much from the bottom of my heart, guys. I cannot wait to talk to you again on the next one. And for all of you who are such big action takers, that you are here, you're still here, you're troopers, you're hungry, I love it. Keep this up and you will make something big happen. Keep this up and you will succeed. It's been an honor to be able to bring this program to you. I'm such a big fan of 100K Factory. I have seen lives transform before my eyes. And I just want to take another minute to really thank Aiden, Steve, and everybody involved in this team. Guys, thank you so much. And everybody, we'll talk to you on the next one. Go out, go kick butt. And remember, when life pushes you, stand straight, smile, and push it the heck back. I'll see you guys on the next one.
Thanks, guys. See you next time. Bye.